Hey, everybody, how you doing?
Hey,
Welcome to
Dan.
the garage. We're here with Rick, and we may have some other guests later on popping in. But if we don't, we'll steer the ship by ourselves. So, anyhow, hey, Rick,
Hmm.
55 years ago today, that
Uh-huh.
would bring you back to 1967. What year were you born?
65.
Okay, so you were 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
What happened 55 years ago today?
In 1967,
Yep.
the summer of love, right?
No, I think that was like 68 or 69.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's debatable. I've had people, yeah, well, but that's another show.
Depending on how lucky you
50,
got it, it could be.
55 years ago today.
Hmm.
Was it today?
Today. You won't remember it, but you'll remember hearing about it like later on in life. But you're
1967.
2 years old. There's no way you'll remember it. But I just found it fascinating. So
I have
anyone
no.
out there that's watching this, what do you think happened 55 years ago? April, this is being recorded on April 21st.
You should do a call-in.
So, well, I'd have to do it live. And no one seemed to want to do it live when I was pitching it.
Well, we can do live next time.
Yeah, well, we can do it. But anyways, I'll just tell you. So
All right.
55 years ago today,
Mm-hmm.
the Oaklawn Tornado came through.
Oh,
Isn't that amazing?
I remember a little bit about that.
Right. I figure that's one of those
2
things.
years old, I remember our garage when my mom came out screaming, and I don't remember anything, but all I remember is the garage was moving because we lived over on Okedo over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was bad.
it came close to Bridgeview. I know that, but it
Yeah.
hit, it hit. I didn't even know this. I was watching some stuff on it today, and it also hit Barrington too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was a
The
different tornadoes. It was a series of tornadoes. It
the
wasn't
the
one
one,
tornado that hit Oaklawn and Barrington. It was a
the one picture too from that. It was in. I think it was in the South Town. Maybe no, it was one of the local papers there, and I think it was the Paradise or the Paragon on 95th Street, and
I actually have
it got leveled, and the only thing that was left was a toilet.
wow. Now, no, it's also interesting, which I never really thought of. Something else happened in 1967.
Hmm.
The big snowstorm.
Oh yeah.
So in one year, we had tornadoes rip through, and we had, this giant snowstorm. And I think that I could be mistaken on this, but I'm thinking the snowstorm was in January.
Yeah.
So within 4 months, you had this giant snowstorm and this, horrible tornado come through our area. That wild when you think about it.
That is.
And I never put the two together that they were in the same year. That
Was
the big
global warming a
snowstorm.
problem back then?
Well, it's been a problem, but people just,
Okay.
They don't think that it's real. So it's not a problem, I guess, if you ignore it. But
Kind of like that rash you get every once in a while,
yeah, and you blame it on the toilet seat.
Or stress.
So here, watch this. I found this on there's a site. I'm gonna flip off to my computer. So there's a site on Facebook. It's called Oakland Tornado 1967.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and it's on Facebook. But I'll show you some of the pictures. You've seen Twister before, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
We actually, my uncle never seen that movie, and I suggested we watch it. And that day the water spout went down 19.
Oh, really?
And he guaranteed he'd never watch another movie about tornadoes again.
Wow.
Oh, look at that damage. God.
So what's amazing is when you watch Twister, you look at these actual pictures from Oaklawn.
Yeah.
It's like they nailed it in that movie. They
Oh, yeah.
nailed it like they couldn't have got any better with the effects.
How many people did anybody die?
Oh yeah, a lot. I mean, a lot.
Yeah, I
as
thought
in,
so.
like there was 42 people, I think, in the Chicago area, but I think
Wow.
28 died in like the Oaklawn area.
God.
And unfortunately, it was some kids that were roller skating that ended up getting killed.
Man.
So can you see this picture?
You can see the path.
The aerial,
Yeah.
of all the houses are gone. There's like only one house standing.
That red house is the only thing standing. That's scary.
Look at that sucker.
What store is that?
Corvettes.
Oh, really?
You know where Corvettes was?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the Chicago Ridge Mall.
Wow.
They tore that down to build the mall.
Man.
I'm not sure where this is by railroad tracks.
That's got to be 95th.
Yeah, going through 95th, I'm guessing. You know what I
nice.
find amazing too is look at
That
the
Chevy
cars.
didn't get touched.
Yeah, look at the cars. So this would have been 1967.
Yeah, that's a Corvair.
You're going to see some cars that would have been like brand new.
That is nasty.
Look at that.
Man.
I mean, it's hard to believe that this was in our area.
Rain began falling
in our
Chicago
lifetime,
area by
actually.
mid-afternoon. At 4:25, the Weather Bureau issued tornado warnings for all of Cook County.
I mean, I was
An hour
7.
later, the first funnel cloud.
Can you hear
moving
this?
in a northeasterly
Yeah.
direction,
Look at the
left
population, only
Southwest
49,000.
Highway. It
Yeah.
skipped to 91st and Cicero before moving into Evergreen.
So this is
Park.
about 10 minutes
An
long.
area
I'm going to let it
almost
play.
2 miles square
But we can
became
talk over
terrible.
it.
in a matter of
That
minutes.
is bad.
As the tornado's roar died away, rain fell lightly from the troubled sky. and the
Can you hear it
screams of
okay?
sirens broke
Oh,
on
yeah.
the night.
Should I go up a little bit or is it?
No, you're good, Dan.
Still
Okay.
bewildered by it all, took to the darkened streets to help search
But
for
I watched
victims,
this earlier
help clear
today.
away rubble, and direct
And this is
traffic.
like a
Rescue units
10-minute,
from Chicago,
uh,
and from as far away as
newscast
Niles,
from
Skokie, and
WGN.
Northlake joined in the search. Hospitals in the area were overwhelmed.
But I'm going to
with
go ahead and let
dead
it play, like I
At Frank
said,
Community Hospital,
because it's so
Dr. John
interesting,
Harris talked with
especially it
Tom
happened.
Brackenshot,
This is the
hometown,
anniversary of
one
it.
of the survivors.
I figured something was brewing because of the fact that when I just came up to the light on Southwest Highway to make a right turn to go across the tracks on Dusty Avenue, the lights went out. As I turned the corner, I started up the ramp right by the tracks in front of the firehouse, and that's when everything hit. The transformer from the telephone post went through the front window of the car.
Damn.
And it landed
Amazing.
between my legs. I don't know how it was happening, but I think it was an act of God that actually I'm sitting here in bed telling you this story.
Newsman John Hogan also talked with some of the injured.
Oh, that was terrible.
At Christ Hospital,
I'm
huh?
over cleaning the tub.
More than likely.
Was it there then? Or was
I'm
that
not
little
sure.
company?
That's just it. I don't even know.
I know little
67.
company's been there forever.
Yeah.
did you get injured?
I was laying over
Look at
bed
these
to
photos.
clean the
That's
tub out.
terrible, man.
And all of a sudden,
That looks like a bar.
what happened to it? The storm.
Building got knocked down, that's all.
Man.
I was right in it, under it. I looked up and I had to dig myself out.
Somebody's laundry.
Yeah.
When I started pushing out, I hollered for him. I only got a couple of scratches. And I had, like I say, everything was on top of me. And I dug myself out, and I'm looking out in the front. There was no front there, and I'm looking at the sky, looking, clear. No, nothing. And then I stood in the rain.
Shortly before 10 o'clock, widespread looting was reported in Oaklawn.
See, I don't remember
And
this,
police,
that there was a bunch of
assisted by
looting.
National Guardsmen, moved in to seal off the community. In an effort to halt the looting, Cook County Sheriff Joe Wood
Listen to this.
issued an order to his men, shoot all looters on sight.
This order was issued to professional policemen. They understand what I mean. They, for instance, did not shoot anyone inside a store. Most of the bank presidents stayed in the banks. We knew who they were. We checked out each person carefully. This certainly discouraged the looters.
From Oaklawn, the twister cut a path through the northeastern section of Evergreen Park. Hardest hit was the area near 89th and Kedzie. Witnesses said the twister rushed along at ground level for 4 minutes, literally tearing apart everything in its path. At California and 88th Street, the twister snapped trees, tore roofs off homes, but only on the south side of the street. Homes on the north side of 88th Street were virtually untouched.
That's another amazing
Into the
thing.
Van Ryn
I know.
Expressway near 83rd Street, the tornado caused enough damage to hold up rush hour traffic in the southbound lanes. 4 trucks on the 83rd Street overpass were demolished. Splintered wood, glass, and other debris was spread across the roadway. Several light poles also were blown down. The backup in the southbound lanes caused traffic to pile
That's
up
crazy.
as far north as
No.
Division Street on the Kennedy Expressway.
It really is nuts, man.
A block of homes along the expressway.
Do you remember any of it?
Streets
I don't
also
remember
felt
the
fury
storm.
of the
I
final
remember
storm. The damage here
going to
was
look
not as
at,
extensive as it was in Oaklawn.
houses
There
that were
no
gone.
deaths or injuries.
You guys wouldn't have been in school then,
Accompanied by
right?
Fire Commissioner Robert Quinn,
Well,
who toured the
I was
area,
7,
then offered the
so
city's help
I'm
to
not
Oakland
sure.
And other communities.
First
Well,
grade.
there was no kindergarten back then.
Tornadoes also did considerable damage in northwest suburban
But I remember
Barrington.
going,
A dozen
when it
homes
first
were badly
happened,
damaged,
like the
6
next
others
day,
were leveled.
Yeah.
Flint Creek
my
area,
stepdad
trees down by the tornadoes,
was going to
closed search
take
and
us,
rescue
for a
operations.
ride to look
Crews
at it,
had to cut their way into homes
and we only
that were
got
battered
like
by the tornado
a couple
cleaners.
streets out,
In Lake
and they
Shore,
weren't
wouldn't let
letting
you in?
they weren't letting nobody in that area.
Yeah.
But we got far enough to see where a house was, and all that was left was a set of concrete stairs
Jeez.
where a house was.
Residents were calling it the miracle of the man.
There weren't a lot of brick houses back then either.
No.
It was all wood.
From the
Yeah,
air,
and that's why
stricken
it
communities
was so
resembled
devastating.
battle zones. For the residents of this suburban community and
See, this
others,
is Lake Zurich
Barrington,
now.
Evergreen Park, Belvedere, and Oaklawn, it was time
All
to
the same
pick up
day.
the pieces. This was the challenge hurled at
How many tornadoes struck that
by the
day?
worst
Well, there
barrage
must
of
have been at
tornadoes
least 3 or
this area
4.
has witnessed. Weary rescue crews and volunteers continued to push themselves.
Figure
after working
Oaklawn
through the
and
night.
Oaklawn
Channel
and
9 cameramen, most of them working
Evergreen
was
Park.
the same
continued to
tornado.
tell the story.
Yeah.
From above, the job
But I'm
of
not
cleaning
sure
up
how
and
far
rebuilding Oaklawn
Belvedere,
appeared to be overwhelming.
Lake Zurich,
But while it would be
and
several months before
Yeah.
scattered homes could
that
be
other
erected
one,
again,
if they're in the same
village
path
president
or if
Fred
they were
Dumpke
different ones.
offered
Look at the
this assessment
WGN
of the
helicopter.
We expect to have the community completely cleaned up by Tuesday.
Listen to this. This is
late
amazing.
Tuesday afternoon, and in this process of demolishing buildings, the fire department moves in first to check for any bodies. The building departments move in to determine whether they should be removed or whether they can be salvaged. Right, if they have to tear them down, right behind them comes wrecking crews, professional wrecking crews. We demolish the building, and the debris is immediately hauled away by trucks and front-end loaders and moved out. This is our program. This is the way it's working.
Think about
Very
that.
efficient.
You got all your
As the rubble was
keepsakes and
cleared
shit
away,
that could be in
more
that pile.
victims were found.
That's just
Yeah.
going to be
Death toll in
scooped
Oaklawn
up and
climbed
gone
to
away.
32.
Yep.
Reports from hospitals
I can't even
placed the
imagine
number of
having to
injured at
deal
more
with
than
that.
500.
I guess you're worried about that. You're worried about being alive and your family being alive.
Look at that mess.
Look at all the Volkswagens.
I think that's a car dealer.
I was going to say, I bet you that was the car
On the
dealer.
wire to everyone, the public, within 10 minutes. And of course, as the weather conditions develop, we so indicate. But
So,
I spoke to one of the
he's
ladies
bragging
out of
about
Belvedere,
giving a
whose
10-minute
home was
warning.
She said, yes, she heard it.
Now
but,
you get an hour and a half
she heard it
sometimes.
so frequently, she paid no attention.
Yeah, now you
to
can
it.
get
Of course, she got
way
away
better
with a
than
life.
that.
Well, they didn't have anything back then, did they, as far as
No, they
radar?
did. They absolutely did. I remember the sirens going off.
Oh, I remember them going off all the time.
Did you have any warning at all?
No, just the wind came up and things started flying, that's all. I had heard it on the TV, in fact, on the WGN, and that there was warnings, but it comes so fast.
Was Tom
you don't
Skilling
have a chance
the weather guy
to go where
then?
you want to go. But that
I
door
don't
happened
think
to be
so.
open, and I went
He's
in
been there
and put my head to
forever.
the wall,
Yeah.
and everything
I don't think
collapsed
he's been there
around
that
me.
long, though.
There was 7 business properties right on the corner here, and they're all demolished.
There's nothing left over in there.
There's nothing left of all of these buildings that were here,
Ah,
and there was 7 buildings in all, and they're all demolished in 30 seconds.
I mean, think about that. It's like a
What
bomb,
remains now?
a 30-second bomb.
yeah.
Find out how the bank took care of it.
A
I don't
giant
know.
vacuum cleaner.
Insured?
Yeah.
I don't know.
For those who didn't have insurance,
Yeah, it
there
blows
would
up
be
a
loans
house from the
withdrawn
inside
from the
out.
Small Business
Yep.
Administration. And the
I remember when we were
tornado
kids and my mom said, go start cracking some windows, you know, when a storm was on the way.
Right, yeah.
Will not be forgotten soon.
Yeah, my mom,
if ever,
because we were in
by
a
residents of Oaklawn and the other devastated communities
a frame
that
house,
try to
that was the
salvage
thing
a
you
new
did.
life from
Yeah.
the ruins
If you're in a
left
basement,
by
you'd run to the
tunnels of
basement.
destruction.
We went in, we had the basement over on Okido back in the day.
Look at a bus.
I
Bus
know.
is actually.
Greyhound.
That's the Channel 9 news story in
John Drury.
It should be quite evident why I'm proud to be part of this fine organization. I hope you will continue to
He's
be
a youngster.
part of our Channel
Yeah.
9 viewing audience.
Look at all that grease
Now,
in
on
the hair.
behalf of Channel 9 News and the entire WGN family, thank you for watching. I'm John Drury.
I didn't know he started with GN.
Cool, right? I mean, it's
Very cool.
sad, but it's cool to have that video.
And unfortunately, we're still in Tornado Alley.
Yeah. So this was, you know, it hit Oaklawn High School too.
Yeah.
So these are, if you go on this site, this Facebook page,
All right.
they've got all this stuff. It's like
That's scary right there.
I know. Keep in mind, this is the day,
Yeah.
right? This didn't hit at night,
No.
and it's that dark.
Yep. Wow. Is that the people that died?
Must be.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, when you go on the site,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of firsthand accounts of this
Eyewitness
tornado.
and
Yeah,
survivors.
yeah. So it's pretty awesome. Whoever
That's
put this
terrible.
together. See now, look, this shows the path of the tornado.
Yeah.
And the guy's showing that, you know, that's his house. And then, you know, St. Germain School.
Gone.
So yeah, I found this today and I'm thinking, you know, this would be a nice thing to
Oh, the Red Barn.
put on today.
Wow.
So people don't, you know, forget how devastating this thing was. I
That
think
right
that's-
there says it all.
I think that's the overpass
Yeah.
going over where the high school. I think that if you looked at the picture, I think the high school would be on the right hand side of that.
Wow.
Remember, you know, on Southwest Highway and 90.
Yeah, my cousin's old house is right back in the man.
So this is
That-
St. Gerald's School.
Look at the statue still standing.
Yeah.
Huh. Now, what hospital is that? Does it say?
Oh yeah, Christ Community. So it's
Okay.
Christ. So it was there.
The nurses were still hot, weren't they?
Yeah, they never. Oh, here's that car.
Oh, man.
Look at that sucker.
That's a 67 Impala.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This car would have been brand new. It's beautiful.
Brand new. What would it have in it? It'd have a 327 with a 3-speed, probably.
It could have. I'm not even. Or oh, yeah, right. Or the slip and slide,
Huh.
the power glide.
Wow. There's another one. That's an old Buick.
Yeah. Yeah, I just am amazed that somebody put this site together.
That's right off of Cicero, ain't it?
I can't even tell.
Wow.
There's that car again. Oh, look at the old van, the old window van in the background.
That's an old Ford, ain't it?
It's something like that.
Wow. That's nuts.
This must have been days later because they have a crane
Yeah.
starting to clean.
And it's funny, look at that bus.
Yeah, I seen that.
Trashed. That looks like new construction, too, the houses. The bungalow back in the day?
Do you remember that? I never heard of this place called the Dairy Basket.
No, it's not there anymore. Yeah.
Just holding the door.
Or is that a commercial for a window company?
Yeah. Look, the whole roof of this lady's house is off.
Gone. Wow. That's nuts.
I know.
And a lot of these people didn't have insurance and shit.
Well, that's just fun. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe that. But back then, not everybody had big loans on their houses.
No.
Because they were small houses, they were paid off, and you didn't have insurance, and the bank didn't make you have insurance.
And then, you know what, though? Your families were so tight back then in those neighborhoods.
Yeah, look at the refrigerator.
I know. Or that could be a casket from Lawn Funeral.
I know, right? I was thinking that. This looks like a trailer court, what's left of it.
One left
Doesn't
standing.
that look like a trailer?
Yeah. What water tower was that? Is that on 95th in Harlem?
I don't see a water tower.
In the background. No, in the next picture. Over to the right.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't see that. No idea.
Hey, you see they got them new eye drops out that you can see close?
Oh, no, I never heard of it.
So you don't need your readers, but I don't know, man. What if it like permanently does your eyes like that?
Oh, yeah, look, this is the high school here.
Yeah.
Remember I was telling you about the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
See the bridge?
Yeah, it is it. Because my cousin, his house was right behind the high school there.
Wow, that's amazing.
Look at that mess. Man. What was the damage back then?
I don't know. It was a lot. It was enough to where the federal government. Oh, read this. Remember the Starlight Drive-In was right there. Hot rods to hell.
Wow. Damn.
Amazing, right?
And you live to talk about it.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh my God.
That's yeah.
Look how many people took pictures of it. That's kind of amazing too when you think about it. Because nobody had no, there was no such thing as a phone on your
No,
phone.
they all had
People
their
had to
brand
go
new
and get their Instamatics or their
Kodachromes from Christmas.
right.
That's nuts. That's the Red Barn again, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes, she must have been one of the girls that got killed at the roller rink. I
Look at
remember
that.
Yeah, I remember going to Oaklawn roller rink. It would have been in the 70s.
Is that on 87th in Harlem, the one? The
Ah,
McDonald's? When it first went up?
it could have been actually.
Because
I'm
we
not
weren't too
sure.
far from that on Okido, man, because that's why the garage and shit was moving.
Right. I'm trying to see.
That sign says 37 served. That's wow.
Man,
That is
this looks like it was a store, like a freezer of a store.
yeah. What store is over there on 95th? Jewel?
I don't know. Well, who knows back then?
Yeah. Guy was 14 and 67 on that one.
Is that what
That's
it's
a
done?
mess. Look at that. It moves stuff around like Hot Wheel cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the snow. This is the snowstorm, 67.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I put the two together. Because as I'm moving these around, I'm thinking, oh shit, 67
Look at that,
snowstorm,
man.
67 tornado.
What happened in the fall of 67?
I'm not even sure. Oh, anyways, getting back to my story about the roller rink. This would have been late 70s. We would go there, early 80s, and they had a plaque on the wall commemorating the people that died during that.
In the rink they died?
Yeah, because
Oh, I didn't know that.
it hit the roller rink.
Oh God.
And I think it was like all kids. I think it was
Look
almost
at
all
look at the
kids.
RTA buses.
Yeah, I think that's what those buses you've seen. I don't think they were Greyhounds. I think they were the RTAs.
City buses.
Yeah.
Wow. That's nuts. That's scary shit right there. What was that, an F4? It was an F3 or 4.
I guess back then they didn't actually name them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't have a scale.
When did that guy come out with that scale? In the 70s?
The Fujitsu scale or something?
The Fujimoto or something?
Yeah, something like that.
They got that thing at the museum now where you can duplicate it
Oh,
on
really?
a small scale. That was the path, wasn't it? Go back one.
Yeah.
Where did it start?
Let me see if I can make it bigger.
Let me see.
The path was 16.2 miles, which is pretty long. But the width
200
of it was only 200 yards.
Dude, that's big, man. Imagine 2 Argo fields.
Well, yeah, I know, but think about it though, like a hurricane. Hurricanes, hundreds of miles.
Yeah, but the hurricane's coming 6 weeks before it hits.
Oh yeah, no.
It was an F force, Dan.
Yeah, I see that.
That's a badass tornado.
The biggest is an F5, right?
Yeah. What is that where it started? Can you read that?
I can't actually. Well, it went through Palos Hills.
Wow.
So what would be the next town over? Probably Palos.
Palos Hills, Bridgeview, parts of Bridgeview. It didn't miss Midway by much. I wonder if people were flying in could see that if they were allowed to land there.
Oh, I doubt. In '67, that they probably weren't even using that airport.
Midway?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. No, maybe not.
No, it was closed down. Not closed down, but it was pretty much the only one that was using it was businesses.
Didn't O'Hare open in 64 or 65?
What's that?
When did O'Hare open?
Oh, I don't even know. I just know that in my lifetime, I remember that you couldn't even fly out of Midway.
You know, being born and raised here, we should know this shit. Right?
You would think, right?
There we go. Yeah, that was pretty wide.
It just doesn't seem wide to me.
Well,
But again, I didn't, 2 football fields worth of wind wasn't after me either. So,
260-mile-an-hour winds and
well, I
telephone.
guess, yeah. The tornadoes are actually worse than the hurricanes when it comes to wind.
Oh, yeah, a lot worse. Well, I've been through 2 hurricanes, man. They're scary too.
Most of the damage, from what I understand, most of the damage of a hurricane is not wind; it's water.
Well, it's wind too. On the back end of it, that swirl.
No, I know, but my point is, you get more damage from water than you do.
Well, you get the surges on the coast. Those are the worst.
Right. See, here's more. Here's Oaklawn roller rink.
Look at that, man. Still missing. Wow.
Yeah, 24 dead in Oaklawn so far when this story was written.
Mm.
So anyways, if anybody wants to look at this site, it's kind of amazing. It's on Facebook, and it's called I think it's called the Oakland Tornado of '67, something like that. If you search it, Oakland Tornado, it's going to come up. But if you're watching this, definitely take some time and learn the history of it, because it's amazing. And actually, I know, I've got relatives that are older than me, and if and friends, if any of you guys have any memories of the Oakland tornado or the '67 snowstorm, write it in the comments on this, because I'd like to.
That would be cool.
I know, I'd like to continue this conversation with this, because it's amazing. And I'm 7 years old when this is happening, so I'm not going to remember it like you guys will. So anyhow, I'm going to close this out for now.
I got the oldies going in the background.
So I haven't seen Gina yet.
She's trying, she said. She texted me.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was, pretty neat stuff, right?
That was crazy bad.
So what kind of storms have you've lived through? I mean, living in Florida, living in Florida, yeah, right.
A divorce 15 years ago. No, Florida, water spouts are interesting, because they look like they're going to be gentle and kind and everything, but they can get pretty out of control wicked when you start seeing umbrellas on the beach flying around with little old people stuck in them.
Well, I think I told this already, but I'll tell it again. We were up in Minnesota on this man-made lake. It was it butts up to 2 Indian reservations, and I can't remember the name of the lake. Yeah, and actually, to me, this was like wicked, because I never seen one. But when we got back to our lodge, the people that run the lodge, they were out, and they were, everyone was out after it happened. That's what people do. But it didn't really damage anything.
No.
But the people said that, what I seen that day was like a baby one.
Oh, yeah.
He said he I guess the layout of this lake makes it like really, and because of the, the warmth of the water and being up north, it's like a breeding ground for those not those little, but those water spouts.
Yeah.
They said that one day they had 5 of them come over all at the same time in all different parts of the lake.
That's wild.
But it's,
if you go on YouTube or something, you can look up the water spout on alternate Route 19, and they'll show it's coming right down the middle of the highway.
oh
The
really?
picture they got,
I'll look it up. See if we can see.
and that was like an hour after me and my uncle watched Twister,
Oh wow.
and he was swearing at me for a good 20 minutes. And
Yeah,
my cat
that's,
decided to take a nap on the cable.
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah, I woke up this morning to 3 dead possums in the front room.
What?
He chokes up hairballs the size of possums.
Oh, okay.
The most disgusting thing you'll ever see in your life, man. Waiting to pick one up and it'll start screaming and running.
Yeah, right.
Oh, this month, there's an anniversary too of Humble Pie, 50 years.
Oh really?
I think I posted it.
So what would this be? What year would it be?
Water spout?
I did water spout in Venice, Florida.
No, Clearwater.
23. Oh, it's in Clearwater? Okay.
Clearwater.
I did Route 19.
Probably the St. Petersburg Times would be having it.
So this would be Clearwater?
Yeah. Mm.
2020 would it be maybe?
No,
What
this was probably 2010.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Huh. This is a while ago.
Yeah. Anyways, I mean,
Well,
there's
if anybody
plenty of
out
them.
there's, if anybody's out there watching and remembers it too,
Yeah.
I'm sure we got some viewers in Florida. Hopefully, half of our class lives down there now.
Yeah, there or Arizona.
I lived there, and that's a son of a gun too, because I lived down there for 12 years, and if I would have known all those people, I would have been house party hopping. Let's meet to the beach. Let's go there.
I
It never
wonder
dawned on me.
how many years ago did you live there?
3 years ago.
Oh
I
shit!
moved
So
here.
you just moved back up.
Yeah, I went down there in 2008 and just came back 2019. No, 20. Right before the pandemic hit.
Oh wow! So you brought it, is what you're saying?
No, I did not. No. I've been
Sorry.
accused of it.
It's all
but
your
no.
fault.
It's what though, when I was flying, and it's weird too, because hindsight is 2020. But I was in the airport, and I thought it odd because there was a whole family, a couple elderly people and a couple young people, and they all had masks on. And I'm like, that's weird, And probably a month later is when all this shit happened.
Right.
So
Well,
somebody knew
what?
something, or I don't know.
The Japanese are like, if you could look at any time, before this pandemic.
Oh, they wear them all the time.
I was gonna say they always wear them.
Yeah, they're germaphobes.
Yeah, well, that's not a bad thing
No,
during a pandemic, especially.
Well, and there's a lot of people in the past that wore them too, and we thought, oh, yeah.
Well, you know what too is when you look at Japan though, there it's like it's worse than New York.
Oh yeah, it's
You know what I mean? As far as people per foot. You know
yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
probably 6 people per
Yeah, whatever it
square
is.
footers. Yeah, it's
They stacked the people there.
yeah, it's like that in Hong Kong too. You know,
Yeah, I know. They got so many people. I think we talked about that, right? About all these abandoned cities. And they're not even abandoned. They were just never filled
yeah.
because they built all these spec cities. Did we talk about that, or did I talk
I
about
don't think
somebody?
so.
Okay, I must have talked about that to somebody when I was working. Yeah, in China, I watched yeah, it was definitely at work I was talking about it. If you look on YouTube, there's stories of all these brand new cities that they built, and they were funded by um the government, and they were funded by these big Chinese investment companies.
Hmm.
And the um
Kind of like worker cities.
yeah, well, the population was growing so fast, and because China went from basically a like a farm community into this manufacturing massive,
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
like we did
Yeah,
in the 1900s.
Yeah.
We were manufacturing for the whole world. Well, that's what happened with China. Well, they had all this growth, and they had all this money, so people were, they didn't have to live in huts anymore. They can
Hmm.
get these jobs, even though they weren't good paying jobs, but they were, they weren't being paid, dead bats or whatever they were
Yeah,
paying them,
yeah,
or corn or wheat.
yeah.
They actually had money. So they ended up um, building all these, they literally not spec homes, cities. They built spec cities that were, they would build a city from what's the big one? Big Shanghai?
Guangzhou.
No, no. Shanghai, is that
Shanghai's a big city.
okay. Well, whatever the big manufacturing city of
Well, the reason I say
China.
Guangzhou is because of the brewery there.
Okay, okay. But no,
Yeah.
it's not. I know it's that name I never heard of that name. But anyways, whatever city it is, it's huge, and that's where they do most of the manufacturing for in the country. And it got so filled on the inner city that they built another city not too far away.
Like a satellite city.
Yeah, and then that one filled, and then they built another one. That one filled, and then they built another one.
It's kind of like Chicago in the suburbs.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
Right. Except they weren't really suburbs. They were like big high rises and shit. You know what I mean?
Mhm, mhm.
They were these big tall buildings where they can stack people, where the suburbs, they're kind of spread out. But anyhow, they built all these cities, but then they kept building, because they thought, well, it's just Shanghai. It's Shanghai.
Mhm.
They kept building them, and then all of a sudden their economy started shrinking,
Mhm.
and nobody could afford them anymore. So now they've got these cities that are completely built that nobody
nobody
lives
in it.
in. Nobody
Yeah.
lives in. And I guess the government, Chinese government's making them tear these cities down. So they got all these brand new buildings that they're going to be tearing down.
Hmm.
Amazing. But when you look at them, it's like, wow, these are really nice buildings that they built.
And they're gonna trash them all.
Yeah, but I guess the Chinese government is using and this is probably true because of they're known to be more corrupt than us, the United States. That they didn't pull the right permits, and most of these buildings are built really bad.
Well, it's if you ever go there on vacation, it's probably 80% of the restaurants don't have food licenses
Really?
that they passed. Yeah.
So they don't like have the FDA.
No,
They don't have a
no,
version of that.
no, or EPA or.
Any?
I noticed that when you travel and you travel outside the U.S. This is 25 years ago, but still, there's no EPA like in Brazil.
Right.
So it's pure lead that you're breathing in. And I mean, my eyes were trashed after 2 days.
Right. Well, what's
You know,
amazing is that if you look at, our manufacturing boom in the United States, it's exactly the same footprint.
Oh,
we
yeah.
did the exact same thing. We had
Yeah,
rivers
yep.
that caught on fire
Oh, yeah.
because of so much pollution in the
You
water.
had Lake Erie, you couldn't fish. You had 7-headed bullfrogs and shit,
Well, you know what? In what would have been in the 90s, I went a couple times to Lake Erie on
Charter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
charter. And the fish were beautiful, except
yeah.
for they had these weird growths
Yeah.
on them.
Ah, the
know what
perch
I
too,
mean?
man. They had them weird little alien things on them. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but they had there was some kind of muscle thing that would attach to them and like infect them.
Yeah.
But they put something in the water, another kind of species. No, not a chemical. It was a species that was predatory to these, and they were getting it under control. But for many, many years, probably decades, you couldn't even fish in there because it was so bad.
They've come a long. I mean, we ate the fish out of there 15 years ago. We went.
Yeah, we did too, and it was probably we probably were in the boat next to each other.
Probably.
We
went out with Simply Irresistible. Randy was the captain, and it was a great trip. It was me, my buddy Mickey, Tony, my cousin Mike, Bob, Mickey's son-in-law. So yeah, we had a good crew. And first day we limited out, and then we went into town, got hammered.
Walleyes, or what were you catching?
Walleye.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah, and then the next day, there's whitecaps and this and that. And Randy's like, it's your money. You don't have to go out, and I give you, half a year. I said, nah, let me take a vote. So we look around. I says, you guys want to go out? Yeah, we're going out. I said, all right, we're going out. So we get out, and we're with this one guy, Bob Mix, and we're all drinking tall boys at 6:30 in the morning because you can't drink coffee and shit because you're going to burn yourself. We're in whitecaps. And Bob's trying, and he's half deaf, and he's trying to open this thermos and pour some hot coffee. And Randy's like, you better tell this guy don't be doing that shit. He's going to get burnt. And he says he can't get a hold of him. So I said, all right, guys, on 3, everybody yell, hey, Bob. So 7 of us yell out as loud as we can, hey, Bob. And he turns around, and Mickey hands us a 16-ounce old style. Says, here, this is safer. So we're looking at sand and shit. And the captains are coming on my radio and saying, wow, I got 3 of them chumming overboard. I'm not feeling good. And everybody's going in. One captain comes back to Randy, says, how you going? He says, we're almost limited out. We're going to go on a Canada side for a smallmouth, and we're on our second case of thaw boys. We're staying. I got a 36-inch walleye that night.
Oh, wow. That
was a nice fish.
You guys didn't see the Edmund Fitzgerald, did you?
No, but we were too, you know what? We were so hammered by 9 o'clock. We didn't care about the weather after that. It was like Gilligan's Island, the SS Minnow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, then we got on shore and you can't walk because you're used to the waves and the Dramamine kicks in with the old style.
Well, what's interesting about that whole thing, because we didn't do Dramamine, but I never really knew this, and it works unbelievably good. If you're out far enough to where you could be way out, and as long as you can see a little bit of ground, no tree line, a building, or anything, all you got to do is focus on that, and will make you better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was facing in the boat the wrong direction, I was fishing off the, the side that wasn't facing the
Did you start
shore.
spewing?
No, not at all. But I was definitely, getting really,
Ugh.
my stomach was not feeling good. But one of the guys said, here, switch with me, go over on this side and just stare at the shoreline.
Yeah.
And 10 minutes, I was fine. And I
Yeah.
just stayed,
You
no
stayed
matter-
focused.
right. No matter how the boat turned, I always made sure I kept looking at the shoreline.
Yeah.
But ain't that amazing when you think
Oh
about it?
God, I got so sick the one day we were out. This is a year before maybe. And I'm laying there, I'm like, just somebody put a bullet in me. I mean, my God. And this other kid, Bob's nephew's friend, he's laughing and chuckling and everything. This fucker's, pardon my French, but he pounds down a salami sandwich, a banana, this and that, drinks a cold one real quick, and all of a sudden he starts three shades of green, and here it comes, man. Salami sandwich chum.
Oh, nice.
Blood. I'm laying on the bottom of the boat. I can't stop laughing, man. I'm halfway dead. And I just laughed and laughed and laughed. I said, yeah, that's karma, bitch.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
but getting
disgusting.
sick on a boat. And never go below deck. There's another one I heard.
Well, that's you know what? Because this was a big enough boat where it actually had a lower deck.
Yeah. There's Trace.
Hey,
guys,
what's
good
happening?
evening. What's
Yeah, but
happening?
it's true. It really is.
So Tracy,
talk-
you ever been on a
Charter.
charter boat for like, fishing on Lake Michigan or Erie or out in the ocean?
Yeah, I've had a few opportunities. One time out of Winthrop Harbor as it was a charter with one of my freight carrier reps.
For Coho?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It was in the summer,
Yeah, it was Coho, Steelhead.
and I could remember, that was a time where, getting up at 3:30 on a Saturday was not the usual routine.
And make sure the cooler's full.
Yeah, and it was kind of
Yeah.
like, make sure there's sandwiches too.
Yeah.
That's one thing about fishing. You always gotta make sure you got food and drink. So,
Did you get sick at all?
well, it's funny. I went below deck,
Yeah.
and sure enough, I was basically doing like the rope-a-dope, like, you think you're gonna, you want to get it over with. And then it was like, then you're staring at the sky, you're trying to not look at the sea, the rocking. And I'll tell you, you know what cured me? The ship's mate yells, "Fish on!" And I snapped out of it immediately. I felt
Nice.
great. It was rejuvenated. It was like being reborn.
Hmm.
And sure enough, I ended up catching a king salmon. This thing weighed almost 25 pounds.
That's good eating.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it really was. That was amazing.
Did you smoke it?
No, I don't think so. I just, that's one thing I've never been really good with is how to prepare, certain foods.
Yeah.
So I brought it to my brothers, my sister-in-law worked on it, and it turned out fine, but we didn't do anything spectacular.
It's still good eating though.
Oh yeah, I love salmon. I always seek it out. It was funny during this 9 days of filming for Chicago Med. Usually I was on set, in time for the breakfast because they would serve breakfast up until maybe like 7:30. I missed a couple of days, but for the most part, I was able to be down there in time for it. And every day I could have lox and bagels, and that was just great. I
That's cool.
generally don't have seafood at home. My wife does not like fish. So it's kind of a treat, when I go out, if I'm somewhere that has, something available in the realm of seafood, that's usually what I'll go to.
So you can't cook it at home then.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, she doesn't,
That's the worst thing about fish, man. It like haunts you for days in your house.
Oh yeah,
Oh, right.
It's
it
like,
gets in the furniture and
oh, it's unbelievable.
yeah, it's like I was gonna make a reference to something else, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we don't want to. I don't think we want to go there.
I'm thinking like, a good fisherman's cabin, you always would have that smell.
Or,
that
or
aroma.
a fish processing plant. Have you ever been like where they do the tuna and the like Star-Kissed or they do the cat foods? Oh God. Oh,
Yeah, I could imagine the smell,
you got to put Vicks under your nostrils in some of the pet plants where they do the pet food. Oh, bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
No doubt. Is there any, are there any facilities in Illinois or nearby?
Do processing?
Yeah.
I think there's one downtown. I think Elpo or is it Elpo? One of the dog food companies back when I was at Highcombe was still in Chicago.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I'm not familiar with. I mean, like I know Nestle has a distribution center in DeKalb, and they do Purina products.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Get a tour. Go on a tour there.
Yeah, that would be cool. I actually kind of knew somebody that basically ran it. But not anymore. He's since retired.
Mm.
But yeah, anytime you can take a tour to see something made. I worked at World's Finest Chocolate.
Yeah,
that
had to be nice.
24 years. So it was always kind of cool to actually see, or you could smell the finished good chocolate would have that sweet smell where you could feel the concrete you were walking on because it was so much sugar.
Wow.
But then on the other end, on the raw side, on the cocoa side, that had a real strong, pungent odor that was anything but sweet. So cocoa beans would be harvested in West Africa and like in the Caribbean, like St. Lucia. That'd be a hell of a tour. Go to St. Lucia and check out the cocoa bean plantation.
Well, they actually have where you can make the chocolate down there too. The little Hudson, the little mom and pop places. A couple friends of mine did that.
There's it's amazing, like chocolate. There's only very few manufacturers of chocolate, but there's many, many, many confectioners that take, a cocoa product and bring it into chocolate, but it's already been,
Processed.
Yeah, it's already been processed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the plant that I worked at is now owned by Barry Callebaut, which is they're a Swiss company, and they bought the refinery in 2015. So technically they make, chocolate. They make the World's Finest Chocolate brand and potentially other stuff too,
So you were on the chocolate side and I was on the beer side.
Yeah. So I was in logistics.
Yeah.
Distribution, transportation, distribution, warehousing.
Nice.
Yeah. So how's it going, guys? I didn't think there would just be,
Tracy,
after last week.
I know, that was insane. It was fun.
Oh, that was
insane.
Hey, Tracy, you're good with trivia. 55 years ago today, what happened? What year were you born again?
he would have been 2 years old like me. Yeah.
Okay, so I forgot you and Rick are the same age.
65.
So you won't remember it being 2, but you'll remember hearing about it.
Would this be, so we're talking 67?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
April 21st.
Don't be Googling.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Let me see your hands. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
what are you doing? It's voice activated.
Never
too
mind
late.
what I was doing.
Yeah. Is that what you boys call it now? Googling? All right, you give up?
Yes, I give up. I give up. I give up.
Oaklawn Tornado.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh,
We were
man.
just talking about that
Woo.
earlier.
Wow.
I actually, if you want to watch the video later on, the first portion of this video, I went on to the on Facebook. They have
My
a
cup of coffee.
Oaklawn Tornado site, and it's all people that post pictures on it,
Oh, wow.
video, and like firsthand accounts of living through the tornado. So I went on there and I was going through some of the pictures.
Yeah.
And then there's a 10-minute video from WGN that was from 1967.
Like film.
Yeah. So I actually
wow.
was playing that. I played the whole thing, and then we talked about it.
Oh man. Oh shoot.
But anyways, if you get a chance, you got extra time, check it out. It's amazing.
Was this like 8mm film or?
Well,
like,
this is professional film from a WGN.
do you know? I think GN was probably filming in 16mm.
I couldn't even tell you. I would imagine.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, and
eight is like, that's what, if you're a
that's home movie.
home movie. 16
Yeah,
would be more TV.
Yeah, I'm thinking I could still remember WGN, as the main networks were going to videotape in the 70s.
Right. Yep.
WGN was still filming. I could remember watching Cubs baseball highlights from the afternoon game, on the night news. And a lot of times that was film.
Right.
They would actually film the highlights.
Yeah, that's why that's funny though. When you watch that old stuff, you can tell it's film and not video. Not digital, analog.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, a lot of times the video back in those times would be really washed out, and, it was all very, just get it quick. And
Right. So I'm going to go back there for a minute. I just want you to see that video I'm talking about.
Hey, Gina's still not home yet.
Oh, okay.
So
the site's called Oaklawn Tornado 1967. And it's on Facebook.
I don't know how you get your computer screen. I don't know if we can do that.
No, you guys
don't hit any unnecessary buttons, Trace.
Dan, as you're the host, you have access to this.
Well, he's got like a WGN setup there, Trace.
Yeah, it's amazing. I was talking to my my brother-in-law, who's really trying to get back into playing music on a regular basis. And he recently retired from the Chicago Fire Department.
In a band or?
No, he's just on his own, and trying to egg him on a little bit to say, hey, you got to visit my buddy Dan, get over to the garage, and you got to get to play live,
Right.
to record, and, oh, here we go. Oh my God.
Oh, hey, Dan, real quick. Cody, they're not gonna want to come on.
Oh, okay.
He talked to the other guys, and no big deal.
No, I mean, he could come on just as a guest, though.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's some kind of legalities with their marketing.
As a guest, not talking, like not playing music, just to talk.
Yeah,
whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
So this isn't the video I was talking about. This is a different one. But
yeah, you wonder.
This one's probably is 8mm.
That looks like the high school. I could be wrong, but
yeah, no, the high school's in here.
Because I don't know the exact coordinates of what was destroyed.
There was a McDonald's on here too, Trace, and we're trying to figure out if that was the original one on 87th and Harvard.
Yeah, I can remember.
Remember, it was a small little right on 87th.
I can remember a time when there were so many kids with cars hanging out in the parking lot, and the parking lot would get pretty rowdy. In other words, in other words, there were no milkshakes being consumed in the parking lot.
No, it was iced tea and vodka.
And the cops would come. All right, break this up. They'd be on the bullhorn. Leave immediately. You must leave immediately.
It's like the Sheridan too.
Yeah, it was basically like
rain began falling in the Chicago area by mid-afternoon.
Look at who the news guy is.
The Weather Bureau issued tornado warnings for all of Cook County. An hour later, the first funnel cloud, moving in a northeasterly direction, touched down at 95th Street and Southwest Highway. It skipped to 91st and Cicero before moving into Evergreen Park. An area, almost 2 miles square, became a shambles in a matter of minutes. As the tornado's roar died away, rain fell lightly from the troubled sky, and the screams of sirens broke an eerie silence. Hundreds of residents, most of them still bewildered by it all, took to the darkened streets to help search for victims, help clear away rubble, and direct traffic. Rescue units from Chicago and from as far away as Niles, Skokie, and Northlake joined in the search. Hospitals in the area were overflowing with dead and injured.
Amazing.
At Christ Community Hospital, reporter Don Harris talked with Tom Rappenchuk of Hometown, one of the survivors.
I figured something was brewing because of the fact that when I just came up to the light on Southwest Highway to make a right turn to go across the tracks on Dusty Avenue,
Your brothers or do you have sisters? I forget.
Right by the tracks in front of the firehouse.
Two sisters and a brother.
Okay, do they ever talk about this? Have they ever talked about this?
You know, no, not that I can remember. You know, and
between my legs,
living in Justice, we had an Oaklawn mailing address. A lot of times our mail say
John
Oaklawn,
Hogan also talked with some of the injured.
Mine still says Oaklawn sometimes.
Oh, does it really?
It does.
Yeah.
Is that the post office or actual?
Yeah, it's the post
There's
office.
no post office in Justice, so we have Oaklawn. I believe still.
How did you get injured?
You know,
I was laying over
it's the post office.
That's not bad. And all of a sudden, just come over. So what happened to it?
Hundreds died.
Knocked down, that's all.
Yeah.
I was right
Killed hundreds of
under
people.
it.
What a mess.
Yeah.
So anyways, I don't want to play the whole thing because I already did.
Yeah, right. No, I get it.
But I just wanted to show you
I'll have to watch it.
the filming of it is pretty good considering.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm at a point now wherever I see film like this, I always say, hey, I wonder if Peter Jackson is available. Maybe he can clean it up and
right.
go make it 35 millimeter, put it on IMAX.
Then I stood in the rain.
Shortly before 10
Wow.
o'clock, widespread
Wow.
looting was
Yeah, I'll have to watch that. It's
police, assisted by national.
Yeah,
remarkable.
look it up. It's
Yeah.
it's Facebook. Oakland Tornado 1967.
And it's a dedicated Facebook page for this.
Right, exactly. Just like mine Stan's Garage. They've got one specifically for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really I've joined it a couple years ago actually. I came upon it on accident, and then once I started reading stuff on it, I'm thinking, oh, this is really awesome actually.
Is it private?
I think they would let anybody on it. I'm not sure if you even have to. You probably have to join it to see their stuff, but
Yeah, because I don't like answering them stupid questions on them sites, you know?
like, how old are you?
Or if I had 12
Do you
balloons
do
and I
drugs?
gave you 10, how many balloons would I have? I don't fucking care. I don't like balloons.
If you have balloons, do you blow them?
Yeah. No,
Is
but
this
your
to say-
sister does.
Is this to say that song 99 Luft Balloons is not one
Oh
of
my
your favorites?
God. Who was that band?
I forget. They're a
Now
German
you did
band,
it.
right?
Now you
Weren't
did
they
it,
German?
Trace.
I
Huh?
think they were called Nina
Could have been.
Now you did it, Trace.
or Nana. Nana?
You asked an old person question.
That
Yeah,
was
even
wild.
the The title of the song was foreign.
In German.
Yeah, I think it was German.
Yeah.
I don't even think they spoke English, just the song.
They did an English version, but I
Yeah.
always liked the German version because you could tell the girl didn't speak English. She would kind of like enunciate weird. And you
Yeah.
know, the German version was a little bit better put together, you know. But I can remember that being on MTV, you know.
When they
pretty
played
heavy-
videos.
Pretty heavy rotation.
Right.
Do you remember when can you remember the first time you actually got MTV? Because I know growing up that Cablevision of Chicago was really slow to adopt MTV into the mix of programs.
We started watching it in '82, I want to say, over at
Really?
the Chumleys had cable.
And they
And
had access
we'd all go
to
over.
MTV. Did they
Yeah,
have
they had
access to-
MTV. We would sit there and watch it. We saw the very first show over there. I forget when it was. Because
I didn't get MTV.
Sheila mentioned it that they were going to be on and this and that, and we are all over there. There was probably about 15 of us in the front room watching.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get it until like the spring of '84.
Okay.
It was a long time before we had it on our system.
Hey,
That's when they actually played videos too.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember on TV?
Gina Blackwood. Yeah.
Yeah, she
was
was
hot.
one of the original VJs.
She had that blonde. Yeah, she was hot.
You
I
ever
don't
hear her
remember her.
now? She's still on Sirius XM, you know, she does a show.
Is she really?
Yeah, and the voice.
What were you saying, Dan? I'm sorry, but
That's
Yeah,
okay.
sorry, buddy.
Actually interrupted you. Do you remember on TV?
Yeah.
That
My
was
sister had it.
that was the first thing before cable. They had this thing called on TV.
In Chicago.
Yeah, and in Bridger we were able to get it. It was a small antenna that you put on your house. It was literally about a foot, you know.
Oh,
like
that
a
I
foot
don't
long.
even remember. I just remember the box with the knob,
Right.
and it literally you clicked it on, and then you
Yeah.
clicked it
my aunt
off.
had that in Chicago.
It was the silliest piece of hardware electronics I've ever seen.
But
one knob.
we
click,
had that for
one click.
a few years
Yeah.
at my mom's house.
My sister had it. She
Well,
lived
yeah, I
in the
forgot what it
city.
was, like 10 or 15 bucks a month or something. But it was kind of like, you know, you would watch movies on it. And I don't think there were any TV shows. I think it was all movies.
And then it would get
Yeah, it
raunchy
was
at
all
night.
movies.
late at
Exactly.
night.
That's yeah, exactly. I was about to say, but if you stayed up late, you would get those, you know, those super R movies that you could watch.
So I'll tell you how rough things were for this young lad. If you put on channel 44 on UHF and you sat there and you watched the
lines
squiggle every, I don't know, 8.8 seconds, you'd get like a snap little image and, you know, an occasional areola.
Well, you know what? You know what? That
That's
cracks
the
me
first time. That's the first time Tracy saw a boob.
It was like, you'd be like,
He
woohoo!
was never the same.
Hey,
well,
that-
actually on cable, there was plenty of, you know, the late night stuff, you know.
But the scene in American Pie depicts that perfectly. When he's in the bedroom with the sock, and then the mom walks in, and right before the mom walks in, that was a boob. I know that was a boob. And then the mom walks in, and it's all squiggly things, and he says, well, "What are you watching? It don't look very good."
And you know, she knows.
Well, have you ever seen American Pie?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a great movie.
Oh my God. And that's like a classic scene. It's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, there hasn't, I don't know of a movie or movies that have been exactly like that, you know. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff out there.
There'll never be movies like that again, Trace.
Yeah, I don't think that exists anymore. That sort of
music, movies, anything from our era.
Yeah, it's just everything's different. There's
have you seen anything remotely close to the movie Porky's? No.
I'm trying to think. Porky's was good.
They spiked the punch.
The Nerds, Revenge of the Nerds, that was really
amazing.
good.
That was a classic. That was fun to watch. Every time you'd watch it, you'd laugh.
Why do they call you Booger? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, he was fresh out of
that was a classic.
Risky Business when he did that.
Yeah, I noticed that when we were watching the clip that I didn't, sometimes you sort of forget who it was in what movie. And sure enough, there's Curtis Armstrong, aka Booger.
He was like in his mid-20s when he did Risky Business.
Wow.
He was way older than Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he looked like a middle-aged guy.
Yeah. But I seen some interviews with him and he was talking about it. But yeah, he was like 27 years old or something when he did that movie.
He did a lot of work. At one point he was on Moonlighting, the show on
he was
with Bruce Willis, Sybil Shepherd, and they were having such a hell of a time with that show getting the scripts written that there were times where like Curtis was like the lead character because they were having all kinds of problems. I think with Sybil Shepherd and with Bruce Willis, that was a real cluster going on. I remember reading in Rolling Stone, they literally almost couldn't go to air. They couldn't make the show quick enough.
Did not notice.
Yeah, they had a hell of a time developing scripts and they were falling woefully behind. And that really did the show in. The quality went way down. And then the stars were getting fed up with it. And yeah, that was a real mess.
Yes, Sybil Shepherd was a beauty, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I think at the same time, I heard she had a reputation of being very hard to work with.
What model was she when she got her start? She was a bikini model, right?
Was she a pageant? Was she from like Miss America, or wasn't she a pageant person, pageant queen?
I think it was a suntan company.
And she did stuff like at a young age, and it was all kind of based on looks.
What was the name of the tanning lotion back in the day?
Like Copper Tone?
She was either Copper Tone or Hawaiian Tropic.
Yeah, I bet it was Copper Tone.
Somehow I remember her in commercials in bikini.
Yeah. I think she was from Texas.
Because my dad made it a point to say, "Shut up, the commercial's on."
Wow, 5'8" she was.
Yeah, she's tall.
Whatever. Yeah, holy cow. Well, that makes sense.
She's got that model height.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're all short. Well, me and Dan anyway.
We definitely are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5'5" is tall to me.
Yeah.
It's like the time I saw Arlo Guthrie at Chicago Fest.
Holy shit.
What's that?
He was born in 1950.
Who's that?
Sybil Shepherd.
He's 72.
Yeah.
She don't look it.
I know.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of stars were born in and around that time. Baby boomer. 1950. A lot of, just a lot of stars, just a lot of people from that era. But she's a part of that.
She was in a couple of movies that I really liked. I can't remember what they are.
So you must have really liked them.
Yeah, I know.
Sybil Shepherd was in. Oh no, that's Terry Garr. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I liked her too a lot.
Yeah, Terry Garr was.
She's another beauty.
She was the mom everybody wanted.
She was young in Young Frankenstein when she was just really
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
She was good in that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's such a classic.
That whole movie was well written.
Oh my God, that's just one of the all-time greats.
Have you ever seen the outtakes?
Um,
Do yourself a favor and watch some of them.
really?
Oh God. Gene Wilder is and Marty Feldman. Oh,
Yeah. What an amazing cast.
Peter Boyle,
That was incredible casting.
Gene Hackman,
How about how about the ladies? You had Cloris Leachman.
Cloris Leachman, Terry Garr.
You know, Mel, that was a Mel Brooks movie, right? You guys know
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
And
I liked him at a young age.
oh yeah,
You know, all of those
he's
movies.
amazing. But
Yeah.
what's his name? Who's the main character?
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder.
Frankenstein.
Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks were really good friends, actually.
He was
Yeah.
probably in every one of his movies, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think in most
Yeah.
of them.
You know, one movie I never got to see that's, everybody raves about it. And it was like one of the first, if not the first major movie for Mel Brooks was The Producers. I've
Oh
never
yeah,
seen
you know what?
I've never seen that movie.
I'd never seen the original one either, actually.
Yeah, that would be a good one to look up and watch because it was so.
It started
revealing.
out as a Broadway show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think didn't he write it?
Yeah. That would be cool to see. I've never seen that.
I haven't either, to tell you the truth.
I don't think I've ever seen Blazing Saddles.
Oh, God.
Start to finish.
Oh man,
Like I've
Well, that
seen
might
it
have
in
been during
parts,
the Sheridan years.
that's
too,
a
though, so I
classic.
can-
but I don't think I've ever like sat and watched it from start to finish.
Oh my God.
Oh, so getting back to Mel Brooks and
Yeah.
and Young Frankenstein. Gene Wilder, he asked Gene Wilder to be in the movie. And Gene Wilder told him that the only way I'll be in it is if you're not in it. But
Wow.
keep in
Never heard
mind,
that one.
well, the reason being is because Gene Wilder was such a purist for that genre of the black and white, it's whatever you want to call it, horror movies, scary movies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That
Creature
he,
feature.
that he knew that Mel Brooks, what do you call that? Going into third door or where you talk to the camera?
Fourth wall.
Fourth wall. Okay, that's
Yeah,
I knew it
breaking
was
the
something like
fourth-
that.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Right. He was so concerned that Mel Brooks would do that he said that no, there's no way I'll do that if you're going to be in the movie. So Mel Brooks really wanted to do the movie, even if he wasn't in it. So he ended up doing the movie, and when one of the other things that Mel Brooks did, and it was probably had to do with Gene Wilder too, was it was shot in black and white film. It wasn't
Oh, I
shot
didn't know
in
that.
color, and they made it into black and white. And the studio said, no, there's no way we'll do that. We'll do a color version, and we'll transfer it over to black and white. And Mel Brooks, because of the funding, he says, okay, we'll do that. And then when it came time to shooting, he shot all of it with black and white.
Wow. I could not imagine that movie in color.
I know.
I think color ruins movies, to tell you the truth.
It's just it is kind of weird. I don't know how you guys feel about like colorized film.
I don't like it.
It is kind of weird.
You know what? It doesn't, honestly,
It's a little weird.
it doesn't bother me either way. You know
It's
what
kind
I
of a
mean?
distraction.
Yeah, I mean, if you're used to seeing something in black and white,
Yeah.
and then you see it in color,
it's
it's like,
weird. It's kind of cool, but it's kind of weird.
it is weird. But again, it's not enough to where I would say, oh my God, I'm never going to
Yeah,
watch
right.
this again. They
Yeah.
ruined it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not to me.
Yeah, like the Dick Van Dyke Show. They've done some colorized shows. It's okay, but it's a little weird.
You know,
Yeah.
I've seen, I can't even remember what show it is, but
I Love
it wasn't
Lucy,
Dick
they've
Van
done
Dyke.
color.
It was one of those shows where they colorized it.
Yeah, it could have
Oh,
been I
Andy
Love
Griffith.
Lucy. Really?
And
Really?
And you can, and it looks like when they did it, they look like an old photograph. You know, an old, you know what I mean? It doesn't look vibrant. It just looks pastel-y kind of.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It has a certain texture to it.
Hey, it's no Peter Jackson. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, Nelly.
That'd be interesting if Peter Jackson just starts randomly, work. Hey Pete, what are you working on this week? Well, I got just some old movie or
We got the Dick Van Dyke Show we're working on this week.
Yeah, we're colorizing.
Yeah. And then
the
Beverly
Beaver,
Hillbillies after that.
Yeah, we're gonna colorize. Leave It to Beaver and Adam's Family. We're gonna colorize. Which would be really weird.
Hey, did you ever see the color version of they only did a couple episodes of Perry Mason in color?
Really?
No.
Oh wow.
It's amazing. And what's amazing about it is it wasn't colorized. They actually just used color film to do it. And there's only a few episodes. But all those courtroom scenes you see in all those courtroom scenes you see in black and white, you think that they're filming in like like the red mahogany background and all this everything's like the right color that you in real life it would be. But when they're filming in black and white, they're actually using weird colors that make it look better in black and white, and they could care less about what the real color is. So when you see these 2 episodes and you're looking at the background, you're thinking, what the heck were they thinking?
Huh.
But it was all about filming in black and white, not about color.
Huh.
But they didn't realize that until.
Well, they didn't care because they were experimenting with the color. It wasn't supposed to be in black and white.
Huh.
I'm going to see if I can pull up a picture and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And again, they didn't colorize it. They just filmed it with color film on the black and white sets. And that's why it was such weird color tones.
I got Let It Be going in the background.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the best song ever written. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, I can remember.
Dun, dun, dun. Look what came in
there. Really? Wow.
Is that like something you just acquired?
I got it today.
How's that for freaky shit, man?
I know. It's the 180 gram version, if you know what that means.
Wow.
Just got it. Never even been opened.
It's still in the wrapper.
I know. I never even been opened.
Don't open it, dude.
I'm going to open it. Fuck that.
Leave it for the grandkids.
Nah.
They'll appreciate it.
They can get their own shit.
Oh, my God.
It's a beauty, though, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Is that, did they do a remastering?
Yeah, this is remastered.
In coordination with the film release?
They must have.
Yeah. And there's still speculation.
Where'd you get that?
Amazon, $23.
Wow.
So what's coming tomorrow is it's going to be sitting right here. A brand new turntable.
You're going to be cranking it?
Audio Technica turntable is going to be right here now.
Yeah.
But I can't believe you said that. And then I'm thinking, oh, shit, I just got that today.
Yeah, one of us better hit the Powerball this weekend. Hey, Dar.
Hello, everybody. It's going to be Dan, the spinning man.
Dar, we're live.
I see everybody.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why this side is like, I don't know if it's because of the light that I
thought you worked
Yeah,
on
your,
it. There you
your,
go.
Left or right
Go
side
back.
is
The lighting.
There you go.
I'll put the light on.
There you go.
No, the way you had it, Trace. Go back.
Yeah, just do like that.
No, a little more back the other way. No, the other way.
Okay.
Trace,
now the
add
other
that
way.
Johnny Cash t-shirt, Dan. I got it for him in Nashville.
I don't know.
really?
It's not the finger, though.
Yes, it
A
is.
little bit more to your left, Trace.
Like that?
No, the other way I meant.
That way?
No, back. I'm just messing with you, dude. I don't know what I'm talking about.
We're having the what do they call that? The pig show, the pig light.
You should have the light under your chin like a horror film.
Oh, remember that with the flashlight?
It scared the hell out of you when your brother or sister would do it at your window.
Yeah, with the flashlight, you know?
No, you get a tap on your window when you were a kid. You know, after that movie Salem's Lot came out.
Oh gosh.
Remember the tapping on the window?
Oh, here. Hey guys, watch. Look at the color tones.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Raymond Burr.
see what
There
I
you
mean?
go.
It's great.
There.
I'm Perry.
You would think that was gonna be like a mahogany cherry color, and they did it. That whole thing, that whole set is in a gray tone.
I don't know if I can do a Raymond Burr impression.
No.
I'm trying to remember. He had a certain voice for sure.
Distinct voice.
Oh, iconic. It's iconic.
Duplicate.
Remember his name on the Flintstones? What was his name on the Flintstones?
Perry Rock or something like that?
No, Perry Masonry.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
You're making shit up.
No, that was the real deal. Am I freaking you guys out?
All right, here's the all-time question.
I don't think I'm freaking you guys out.
Here's the all-time question from them shows back in the day.
Well, we're thinking hard, so it's hard to get scared when you're thinking hard.
Ginger or Marianne?
Wait, you're not including Lovey in the equation?
No. That's no.
Well,
I actually,
we are men of a certain age.
I liked Marianne.
Hell yeah, Marianne.
Yeah, she's a
Them
sweet.
Kansas thighs, man.
Exactly,
Oh,
I like
God.
And she's really just a beautiful. I mean, she was always very beautiful throughout her life.
Dude, she made coconut cream pies. And she had knockout American thighs, man. Come on.
Yep.
Pie and Marianne, the two go together.
Yeah, she's a real sweetie.
No, Gina, it's not. Hang on.
I like that this show has remained on the air and none of us have been arrested.
What's that?
I love that. I just kind of like it.
Dan's Garage or something?
Yeah,
else?
Dan's Garage.
Why would we get arrested?
I think we do pretty good.
Because of you.
I think
Me?
we have those moments where we could go off the deep end, but then we sort of rein it in. That's good. Plus, we have good editors.
Let's go. We're waiting for you.
It's all about the editing.
Tracy just came on. We're talking good. Good. All right, bye. Gina's gonna make an entrance.
Yeah, she's
Does Mary ever have to come in and say, I think you need to edit some more?
No, she never watches their stuff.
She doesn't watch any of the show?
Not that I know of.
Huh.
So she's not part of the 50.
You'd think, like just kind of in a natural way that should be kind of I don't want to say it.
So you never answered the question. I didn't hear you, Trace. Marianne or Ginger?
And well, I was trying to interject to add Lovey to the list, but
that's
okay.
That's just
Well, if you're
Ginger
into
or
that, I
Marianne?
guess you could.
I think.
What do they call that?
I'll
Man?
tell you
That's
what.
like-
If you watched it like right now, you would probably say they're all great looking.
No.
Because you just get to a certain age where you're just sort of like, they're all beautiful.
No.
Okay, so Marianne.
All right.
I think I remember seeing that she actually was really wealthy in real life.
Really?
Yeah, I think she was like a millionaire because she came from a super wealthy family.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, she definitely
Played the part.
It seemed very legit to me.
Yeah, I watch
You
a
know-
lot of making of
You
stuff.
know who was a hottie back in the day was Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies.
All right. I'm not going there.
4-3. That's
Okay.
what are you
Gina, I think.
talking about?
Okay. I'm going to tell you right now. I would choose Lovey.
Oh
You
no,
were-
it's
hey, whoa, Trace, you were the one talking about the grandmas, man.
no, you know who it is? It's Judy.
It's Judy, yeah.
Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, you guys. Hi, I'm driving
you-
home.
Oh, it looks like you're
Well,
driving.
be careful.
Yeah,
be
watch
careful.
the road.
Kind of dark.
Are you
I
going to give us
will.
a traffic
I will.
report?
It's the deer that I have to worry about.
Oh,
wow.
dear.
Oh dear.
Oh
Does
my
the
God.
deer have a
So you-
little dough?
Hey, Judy, you can get them. You can get them deer horns for the front of your car.
Yeah.
They sell them. They sell. Yeah, they sell them at hunting stores.
Yeah, I know.
But
So
you know
how do you
what?
know about them?
But you know the problem with those, if you put them on backwards, they actually make the deer come to your car.
Yeah,
Oh, stop.
it's hanging on your back bumper and all that kind of good stuff.
Oh my gosh. So
You just
have you
getting off
guys
of work?
been? Did you guys? Yeah, I just got off of work. Actually, I left early. This guy I work with, he was hurting. So I said, hey, let's just leave at 10 o'clock. So it's only a half hour. No big deal.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd chime in for a few minutes, see how you guys are doing.
Gina's coming on too in a little bit here. So
Here, she's here.
okay.
Is Judy
Well,
driving?
Coffee talk.
She is driving.
I am driving.
Huh?
I am driving.
I don't like the top on my head. Hi.
What's wrong at the top of your head?
Hi. Did you just get off of work, Tina?
Yes.
Yeah, so did I.
I need spray paint or hats like
Oh, ask him the question, Dan.
Oh,
All right.
The trivia question.
Right, here's the trivia question of the day.
The part we get arrested.
Are you guys ready?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not.
55 years ago
Oh,
today,
All right, I'm ready.
something happened. What happened 55 years ago today?
Hey, Dar, did you hear this?
I don't know.
21st,
You
55
give up?
years ago.
Yeah,
Any
So
hints?
I was 2 years old.
right.
Mhm.
You won't obviously won't remember it, but you'll remember hearing about it when as you're growing up.
I was just 19.
I was
years old.
4.
I was 2, right? 55.
Yes.
We've established your ages. Now, what was it?
I was not quite 19 months.
I don't know.
Wait, don't tell us.
All right.
Was it political?
No, not at all.
Okay. Was it Woodstock? I don't know what.
It wasn't Woodstock. I think that was 69.
Any hints?
Hey, Mark, what happened 55 years ago today?
He'll know.
Marty will know. Marty will know.
Today is April 21st.
Marty should know this.
Double nickels.
Everybody's saying you should know.
Maybe Watergate?
No, it wasn't Watergate.
Watergate was 72.
Was it a tornado?
Yes. The Oakland Tornado.
Who got it, Marty?
Oh my gosh.
You're good.
You're kidding.
Dan,
Did
tell her,
Marty
Yeah,
answer
Marty
that?
awesome.
and tell her what she's won.
Yes.
Marty's got to get on Jeopardy.
You won a free mug. You just have to come and get it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry.
If you want it, here it is. Come and get it.
Hey,
Right.
I'm going to send my son one day to go to get my mug.
Well, get mine too while he's there.
Well, he's going to have to sign for it.
That's okay. He'll even talk to you.
Yeah.
No, he
In
doesn't.
cursive.
Oh, Rick does, yeah.
So,
What?
all right, here's part 2 of that question. That same year, something else happened. What happened?
What year was that?
So it'd be
67.
67.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Did you say earlier, Dan?
the
Oh,
big
I just said the
snowstorm.
same year.
You're talking about the big
He said it was a
snowstorm?
really huge bad snowstorm, too.
Yes, that's what. Yep. It was the
Marty needs to
67
get on
snowstorm.
Yeah.
So that was a bad year for weather, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And I
Yeah.
just put the
Weather.
2 together like today.
Well,
I never realized that we had, like, I think it was in January when that happened.
before climate change and global warming.
Marty said long before climate change and global warming.
Yeah. But anyhow, that was unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
those are
didn't
pretty
realize
intense.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was in the same year. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
either. I mean, I knew the 67 snowstorm because it was always called the 67
67 snowstorm.
Right. But
Yeah.
Blizzard
the
of
tornado,
67.
the tornado only, it hit that one year, that really bad one. So people don't say the 67 tornado. You know what I mean? Like the 79 snowstorm, the 67 snowstorm.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Marty said he remembered the 79 one well.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
That was the heaviest.
I remember
season of
67.
snowfall.
That
Yeah,
storm killed my dad.
67 was a good one. I remember that.
Really,
snowstorm.
Rick? Was he shoveling? Is that what happened with your dad?
Yeah.
Oh,
That morning.
really? He was young then.
38.
Wow.
38. That's
Oh, my
crazy to
God.
even fathom.
Yeah.
Did that
Yeah.
make the news, Rick?
Hmm?
Did that make the news? Was, sometimes you'd see stories on the news, so and so.
No.
Yeah.
A
That's-
Remus did have a,
He probably wasn't the only one, to be
no.
honest.
yeah.
Yeah, probably more.
Overweight or smoker?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
What, he had a heart attack?
Yeah, there was that. You know how they say the heart attacks? No, that's no joke.
Well,
Yeah, that
what's
is
interesting about that, a guy right down the block from me, that same snowstorm killed him too. So there
Yeah.
was a lot of people that had heart attacks.
Yeah.
Wow.
That,
yeah.
when they say that, they're not kidding. That's that wet, heavy snow. Yeah.
Exactly. The wet heavy is really bad. That's why I've got all the
Wow.
snow toys. I've got my tractor, I've got my snow blower.
Dan gets his coveralls on and he's like, bring it on. He's like,
That's
just
right,
waiting
baby.
for
Bring it
snow
on.
play.
Live from
Oh
Justice.
my God.
He's got him gassed up and ready to plow.
Now you have to get a pro cam and tape it on the front of your mount it on the front of your snowplow.
The GoPro.
Well, you know
How do you
what?
know-
I actually
GoPro,
have
yeah.
I actually have a video of me plowing the drive. And
Why doesn't that
that
surprise
one
us?
has almost
I'm not shocked.
the most views I have on any video
know.
is 13,000.
Wow.
And I've got,
Wow.
and that's one of my banned ones that I have. But the one that for my tractor, I've got 2,000 views on that one.
Because it's an
Wow.
antique and
Well,
yeah,
that's
it's-
exactly what it is. It's because it's a 1967 tractor.
and you can still use it. And isn't that the one that you made the plow for?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Did you just hear what you said?
Who, me?
No, Dan, it's a 67 for the 67 snowstorm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And it might have moved
Oh, wow.
trees for the
Dun,
67
dun,
tornado.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, could have.
Wow.
It might,
Actually,
it might
You
need to
could-
go
you
to
could-
the
you could-
Museum of Science and Industry, if not the Smithsonian.
If you ever sell that thing, make sure you bring that up.
yeah. Well,
That's
my
a
uncle
selling
bought
point.
my
Yeah.
uncle bought it for the 67 snowstorm.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
This is
Wow.
more proof that, Dan, you go way back.
Yeah.
Tornadoes, really damaging tornadoes almost never hit the city.
No, that's true.
True.
You know,
When
I've
was the
got
one-
I've got a theory behind that. And for the Chicago area anyways. And I think my theory is it's because of the lake temperature.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
that's the way I
When it gets
understand
close enough to the lake, it
Dissipate.
kills it out
It disperses.
Dissipate.
because of the temperature difference.
Yeah.
And again, that's just
Right.
me making shit up.
What's your theory, Mr. Flisk?
There might be some science to that.
He said he thinks you're onto something, Dan.
I've heard that too.
By the
Well,
time
if you heard it, you heard it from me because I made it up.
My dad used to talk about
I think there's a lot to that.
the lake was kind of a
This time
buffer.
of the year, the lake temperature is pretty cold.
Right? He said that you have something because at this time of the year, the lake temperature is still pretty cold.
Yeah.
Right.
there's no-
I think it's
Yeah,
got the
that is
same thing to
true.
do with rivers too, Dan.
I'm not
Is
sure
it-
about that. It
I don't
could
know if
be.
Well,
you've ever heard of a
because-
tornado going over the Mississippi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you're onto
But
something.
the Great
Rick.
Lakes are such a big water mass.
Where they hit Joplin,
Like an
Missouri,
ocean.
They just cruised right over the Mississippi. It didn't stop it.
It didn't stop at the,
No.
it just bounced over the Mississippi.
Just went right through it.
There you go.
All
I don't
right.
know why you don't get your own phone, Marty, and you could just be in a square next to
Yeah,
me.
really. Marty needs to be on here.
Then we'll be fighting.
And then we can
And in
call-
this corner,
we have the in this
ding,
corner
ding, ding.
we have the Fliskers.
Yeah. We wouldn't even
what?
be fighting.
Time
We
to
would
get
just be
flisky.
like, trying to one up each other.
I'd be,
Let's get ready to flisk.
See, Rick, did you hear what
Let's
he
get
said?
ready to one up.
Who?
Marty, he said he'd just be trying to mess with me and you.
Oh, I know he would. He's kind of sick that way.
Yeah. Just like
He's laughing at
we
you.
have a nice, pleasant, like little, Rick put something about 420 and we're doing all this like fun stuff. And Marty's like, and then there's mass killers or something, whatever he said.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I know
what the
420.
fuck is he talking about?
we're talking about people. Marty's like,
this is the time of year the school and the mall shooters come out of the woodwork.
oh God.
And it had nothing to do with my post.
No, it had to do with like get high and be happy.
I didn't know 420 was a holiday.
It
Well,
was.
according
Yeah,
to
I didn't
Marty,
know
it's a
either.
massacre
I never
day.
got the memo on that.
Oh, you know it was a holiday, Trace. Come on.
I
Marty
know the
said it's
story
Hitler's
behind that.
birthday.
I know. I don't know where that came from either, but
And it was
What,
at
Hitler's
4:20
birthday?
p.m.
yeah.
Well, that's when he was born.
Well, yeah, I think so. That's like Cinco de, I told my buddy once, Mario, I said, I go into work one night and I said, hey, do you know Cinco de Mayo's on May 5th? And he's like, duh. And I'm like, oh man, I just walked right into that, didn't I? Shit.
No, I find it weird that 4th of July hits the same day every year too. 4th of July.
But it's not a Monday,
Oh
Tuesday,
my
Wednesday,
God.
Thursday, Friday, though, smart ass. I went to Argo, man. We all did. So give us a break.
Oh my gosh.
We need a calculator to do 2 + 3.
No, we don't.
Oh
We
my
use
God.
phones now.
Huh?
Oh wait, not you. Us smartphone people use our phones, not a
Oh,
calculator.
here we go.
You still got your slide rule?
I actually do have one.
I don't think I ever used one.
Hey, Rick, I have to tell you, Dominic used a flip phone for a really long time. How long,
See?
Dom?
Oh, this fucking thing.
Until 2018, because it was free.
I hit this god.
Again?
Oh, I hate this fucking thing.
Rick, whatever you think you did, it's fine. There's nothing that went wrong with your
Yeah.
picture.
We can see
No,
you.
I can't.
and
I
we can
can't
hear
see.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
you
don't have
can't
to
see
see
Yes, sir.
you can't see us?
Yeah.
Well, we still look the same.
Dan's picking his nose.
I don't think so. That was my butt.
Gina's gonna give me the play-by-play.
Yeah. Judy's camera is probably like by her crotch while she's driving. Oh no, she's
No,
out
it's
in
in
her.
my hand. My water bottle's in my
See, I'm
trunk.
back.
Wait a second. You're
Fucking
driving
mouse.
with
Hate
a
that.
camera in one hand?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty savvy. And it's really weird because I have Bluetooth and the volume is on Bluetooth. I didn't realize that. I mean, now I do, but yeah.
Why don't you get one of them
I'm getting-
cup holders that hold your phone?
I know, I'm thinking of doing that.
Because if a cop sees
I
you
have a-
doing that, you're gonna get a ticket.
I know. I have a cup holder, but but I didn't want to. I just wanted to hold it.
Well,
So.
just be careful.
Judy, how far do you live from work?
Well, you guys, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to get into my my subdivision. We have a guard, and so there's a note up there. He's in the bathroom, and I want to go around. he says we'll be back in a minute, and I'm like, come on, I don't want to wait.
What do you have for
Somebody else told me
lunch?
To go around.
Well,
See
if he
this
said
will
I'll be
open
back
it.
in a minute, why couldn't he just let you in?
Hey,
Because
do
he's in
any-
the bathroom.
do any of you guys watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Oh yeah.
There's
No.
there's an episode where Larry starts a business where if somebody has to go to the bathroom, they'll stand in for them.
Oh, he came back. Oh, are you kidding
It's like
me?
a classic episode, like a guy, that's doing a shoe shine.
Oh, okay.
So he
Yeah.
don't have to close his shoe shine down. You pay somebody $5 and he'll stand there and watch your thing.
Yeah. Go ahead. I got it.
Right.
Oh
But
my
one of
God.
them is a guard, that's like at a entrance of a house, a housing development. One of them was at a book where you buy magazines in like on the street.
Those
Then-
newsstands.
Yeah, newsstand. But it's really a good episode.
I'd be kind of pissed off, Judy, if I had to wait for somebody to get off the shitter.
I am.
I mean, you
right
wanna
now,
get to
guys.
your
I have no
house.
patience. And then here he is. He
Let him
came.
have it. Let's
I
hear
have
it.
no patience at all. Everybody thinks I'm so nice. Holy
Oh.
crap! I have no patience.
You just worked all
you
day.
had like crazy Italian Polish mix. That's why.
I got the German in me too. So.
Ooh,
But
well, there you go.
Oh, so Gina, like technically, I'm like 12 to 15 minutes from my house.
Oh, that's
My
not too
work.
bad.
But it takes
No.
her a half hour to get in because of her guard.
Yeah. Oh
What's your
my
guard's
gosh.
name?
Tom.
I thought it'd be like
He's
Garcon.
really nice, but like
Garcon.
Hey, my back door is open. We live in a
Public.
55 and older area,
You
and,
got a guard watching your neighborhood.
Hey,
your
I
back
think
door's
everybody
open.
on this call qualifies to live over there.
Yeah.
That's a little
So
pathetic.
anyway, this guy is really nice, but I don't know. It's
This
really
guy's
kind of
in love with you.
like it's the same guy usually every night. Him or this other one. Okay, so now you guys I'm gonna walk in the house in a minute or so, and my dog's gonna go flipping crazy.
This will make for some
So
good
I'm just
TV.
yeah.
Yeah, if your dog
Yeah,
lets you in.
Already. Hey, while she's doing that, Tracy,
Yes.
my son, where he works, they're doing which one, hon? They're doing Chicago PD at his work. They're like, they started setting up today, and then they'll be leaving early tomorrow whenever they're ready to start filming and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not booked to work at this point. And yeah, so I
Well,
don't
it seems
know
like
if
it's
anything
like
will come through.
Marty and Dominic were talking about. It's probably like office scenes because they have old stuff on the top of the warehouse where he's at.
Wow.
So, yeah, just thought I'd share
Oh,
that.
so cool. It's amazing all the different places that they end up using.
Well, that's like my husband's cousins. They own that condos that used to be cold storage, and I think they've done something in their lobby as well.
Yeah.
But his uncle's the one that owns all the property that they do a lot of their filming on.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy, did you see that that one girl that I tagged you in?
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know her.
Yeah, but she I filmed her probably 15 years ago. She was in one of my first little movies I did.
No kidding.
So she was awesome 15 years ago. So
It's amazing to
flash
to be able
forward
to-
now, she gets a lot of gigs.
Yeah.
It seems like she's a named character too.
Yeah, it looks like she's doing really, really well, That's so cool. And yeah, it was your project like one of the first things?
I think
that
it
she
was
ever
because
did?
I think it was one of her first things. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Because she was still in acting class. That's how I got her, through all these people that were in the same acting class.
Yeah, I've been really kind of kicking this around that for me to make a progression in the industry, I feel like I need to get an acting school on my resume.
It wouldn't hurt though anyway. I'm sure that no matter what, even the most talented of people still take something away from that,
Yeah,
There's
I
always
mean, I
things
just
to be
feel like
learned.
to get the attention of an agent or agents, I feel like I gotta be able to put something substantial like that on my resume.
Right.
'Cause the background's just not gonna get and garner the attention that other projects would, or just having the schooling, I think would be a step in the right direction. So.
Right.
trying to
But
figure out
also,
what to
Tracy, you
do.
know, you could do this for nothing because I offered it to you. You need
Yeah.
to get over here with your buddy and do some scenes.
Yeah, that's a tricky thing too, is to, get material and then, be able to present it. And then,
Well, honey, I mean, why don't you just take different material and play around with it and then pick what works? I mean, it's trial and error and it's dance. You know what I mean?
I mean, we're not shooting film, so it doesn't matter.
Hey, Trace, I can write you guys a script.
No porn. That's
No. This will be on the up and up.
No pun intended.
Yeah, in fact, that's what it's going to be called, on the up and up.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yep.
Rick.
99 red balloons.
Tell me more.
Dominic said he saw that one.
Hey now.
This episode of Up and Up was brought to you by Viagra.
Hey, Dan, did you show him the other one you bought?
Oh no! Look, I got a
That's
new
pretty
one.
cool.
A new guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's
saw
turning into Eddie Van
saw the unveiling of it.
Yeah, well, that's the first one, and then
Oh,
about
you
a
got
week.
another one?
Yeah, and then I just got this one. The first one, the far one, is the Epiphone Casino.
Uh-huh.
Is that the one that you revealed?
Yes. And then this one here is called a Hroch. And actually, I've never really heard of them, but they've been around since like the early 1900s.
Oh, wow.
They're actually
somebody
really
do a Google.
Good one.
Somebody do a
actually better than
Google
the
and see if
Epiphone.
Lindsey Buckingham played that Gretsch.
There's some big names
think
that
he
did
did
play a
play
Gretsch.
one.
Yeah.
It's got a single pickup, right?
Well, this one has two pickups. This one has a humbucker and then a P90.
Okay.
So it has two different sounds.
Hey, Dan, do you have an amp?
I got 2 amps. I've got
So are you going to take lessons or are you going to teach yourself?
I'm
Or are you
teaching
gonna
myself.
YouTube it?
Can you see it? It's a Marshall.
Oh, I see it.
Have
I was
hey,
thinking
Dan,
you'd get a box.
I've got
Have you
a
done-
acoustic too. That's a brand name. It's not just a guitar.
have you done a Back to the Future yet with the amp and the guitar?
No, not yet.
You got to do it live.
It does crank though. I'll tell you
I'll
that.
bet it does. Marshall they're good amps.
It's fun though. It's one of my bucket lists. I'll never be good at it, but if I can play a couple songs, I can.
It was worth it.
Tick it off my bucket list.
How many people have a bucket list?
I've got 2 things on it now.
Not me.
I was down to 1, but then I came up with this idea, so now I have 2. My other one is I want to go to the Academy Awards. Actually, be
Slap
in the
somebody?
audience. Huh?
And slap somebody?
Yeah, right. I do.
Shut up.
I slap the crap out of somebody for telling a joke.
Maybe you could be like one of those seat filler guys.
Well, whatever would work. Actually, I never really thought about that, Gina. It's
Yeah. Just got to wear a tuxedo and,
That would be a good episode of Dan's Garage.
Yeah.
Live from the after party.
So
Seems to be a lot of people throwing up.
Those I've been to a couple of the Hollywood parties, not a lot, but they're fun to go to.
Wow.
Any famous people?
A few actually.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal, I met him before. I always forget his name. The guy from The Love Boat, the doctor.
Gopher. No, that's not Gopher.
No, not Gopher.
Doc.
I forgot his name. But there's other ones. I just can't think of them right now.
Yeah.
The guy with the glasses, right, Dan?
Yeah, Bernie Capel.
That's it.
I don't know. Was that the
Yeah,
doctor
look it
from
up. Hey, Stengel, go look it up. Bernie Capel. He was in a bunch
I'm on
of
my
stuff.
Google.
Was it Love Boat, like just a bunch of actors? It was a little bit on the has-been side.
Oh, that's
way
exactly
has-been.
what that was. That's exactly what that was.
Anybody that was on Love Boat, basically.
And then after the Love
their
Boat was
career
the Gong
over.
Show.
Yeah, that's like Dancing with the
Yeah.
Stars. You know,
Yeah,
Dancing with the Stars, all their stars are has-beens.
But you know what's interesting too? If you look at the old like Mannixes and Canon and all those,
Yeah, a lot of
you can
retread.
all of the heavies, the bad guys were all like really famous actors.
Yeah, they were kind of in the retread mode.
Yeah, right. But they always got the roles of of being the bad guy. Like even the cowboy movies, you can look at the Bonanza and all of those.
That's
You'll
kinda
see some
weird.
really famous actors being the bad guy.
City Slickers.
Oh, I love that movie.
Jack Palance.
Yeah.
Jack Palance doing the push-ups.
He's a saddlebag with eyes.
That was a great movie.
Oh, it's a great. That my cousin Renee, she was asking for names for her bull a couple years back. And she had a naming contest, and his name turned out. I named him Norman.
Oh, Norm. Yeah, I love that.
Oh gosh.
She's got a half-ton bull running around her property named Norman.
That's awesome. I have a cousin
That
named
is
Norman.
awesome. Judy, are you standing up?
No, I'm in the bedroom. I'm gonna leave and go get my
Bottle of wine.
my laptop. So I'll be right
Oh.
back.
Ah,
All right.
Bye.
Okay.
I'll let you.
We'll let you.
I'm listening to a great
And then there were
song right
four.
now.
I like when the garage is just sort of like vacant, like we know Dan's in there, but it's sort of like it's like vacant, like he's not there.
There's other cameras he's watching what we're
But
doing.
then he's got all of his peeps watching. Like
Yeah.
little cool dude is like he's watching. They're all looking at us.
I
Got
love that
glasses on, but they're all looking.
ranges them.
Did you see little cool dudes over here now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he gets around. Is he the guitar Gestapo?
He's the guitar guy, guard.
He's the guitar guard.
Yes.
Cousin It.
He's like, where's your ID?
Right.
What do you call
What
yourself?
business do you have here?
Are you here on business or pleasure?
Boss, the plane.
So Dan, are you actually going out of town, or are you just
Yes, I am.
Oh, good.
Me and Mary are going to see Katie
Nice.
in Iowa.
Where's she in Iowa? Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
we're
cool.
Danny's staying home with the animals, not the band, our actual animals. And Mary and I are going to visit Katie.
What do you got, dogs, Dan?
One dog, one cat.
Oh, nice.
Just like you, Rick.
Yep.
We used to have dogs, but we can't take the heartbreak here. And then we had dogs when I was growing up. I think we only had like one or two.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing you always say when once your animal dies. We're done, no more, and then
My wife and I,
10 years later, you end up getting something because
they're so cute.
Yeah.
Well, that and there's a void. You
Right.
know?
Yeah, it takes a while to
I have a harder time with
deal
a
with
pet
that.
dying than I do a human. I know that sounds sick, but
No, that's true. I mean,
Well, most
That's
animals
true, yeah.
are more loyal.
That's
yeah,
true.
that's very
They're
true.
just more intertwined in your everyday.
So right after Rick says that, he's like, "Where are my pets?" He looks up.
No, idiots he's got OCD in that kitty litter. I gotta go in there and throw a sock at him.
What you're saying is you're going to sock him?
No, he'll be in there for 25 minutes. Sheesh. Dude, it's buried already.
How do you know what is it, a he or she?
He.
How do you know he's not reading a newspaper?
He's not, dude. He's in there making a mess. He's like, here, fucker, vacuum this. Cats are.
Your cat has OCD. That's pretty funny, actually.
He does. Ever since his first hit of catnip.
Well, that'll do
Never
it.
been the same. He turns into Freddy Krueger when he does, man.
He's like, get it out.
Yeah. Gina, you've seen him.
Yes, I have.
It's weird how the catnip does that to the cat.
Have you guys seen that story? It was going on the internet a while back about dolphins and blowfish.
No.
A dolphin will screw with a blowfish because when it lets off its poison, it gets them high.
I did read that somewhere.
And they do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Not on porpoise?
On purpose.
Oh, Gina just got it. Wow.
Hey, you know what? If they're not careful, they'll flip her out.
Oh, okay. You guys are bad. No, that sounds like it. Who did that?
That
Nice.
was Rick, I think.
That was me.
You did a good flipper.
Thank you.
did.
Yeah.
Rick always does a good flipper.
I
That's
haven't
what
done
he
that.
used to
in a while.
do to his wife. Flipper.
Flippindicular.
Oh, she loved it when I flipped her.
Oh,
Come on, Trace. Hey now.
this sounds like it's going into on TV territory. or
With the
what?
squiggly line and everything.
Skinamax.
We just
Skinamax.
turned the box on.
Right. It's on TV.
On.
Oh.
What you got? Oh man,
Ooh, it's Easter.
those
Is that a
Easter
bun?
Reese's.
An
Those,
egg? A
those are
Reese's egg?
nasty good.
But it's the small ones. It's not too big.
Portion control.
Well, how many you got there? You better mail them out. Those are like, oh man.
No, that's what I gave the kids for Easter. Well, that's all they got. But Nora got
You gotta put them in the freezer and drop them in a blender full of vanilla ice cream.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
You got Dominic morning. He's like, oh yeah.
They're good, especially when you're munching.
Ooh.
You and your ice cream. What was the other thing you told me the other day about ice cream? It was like a weird combination, but you said it's really good.
Mm.
Something hot or spicy.
Oh, balsamic vinegar.
Oh, wow. That sounds disgusting.
No, dude, strawberries and balsamic vinegar on vanilla ice cream.
Wow.
Try it.
Huh.
He said it tastes like caramel,
Try it.
right?
Yeah.
Is that what you told me?
Oh, really? I would have never guessed that.
No,
Try it. It's pretty. I
would
thought,
guess
I
it
saw
would
it on some. I
Tastes
saw it on
like
a
a
show, and I
disgusting
go, this guy,
salad.
I said that's nasty, and then I tried it. I was all drunk, or I was still drinking. I said, I'll try this shit. Man, it was good.
So
Hun,
it wasn't
what-
good because it was good, or was it good because you were drunk and you didn't know?
No, it was
anything?
good. Good. It was
Hun,
because I tried
what-
it again sober.
What do we
Good.
got to eat? Well, I got ice cream. Oh, and
I got strawberries.
we got some balsamic vinegar. Well, let's see if it works.
Huh.
And I'm like, how do you get to that point? Like, how do those things happen?
Pure luck.
Yeah, but who's the doofus that's going to eat it? Oh, never
Well,
mind.
let's go back. Let's go back a billion years. Who's the first one to discover you can eat an oyster? It's like sucking down a snot.
But it's food.
How did they know that? I
It
think
was
it was
alive.
trial and error back in the day where grog would die. Don't eat it then. That's how they found out about stuff.
Remember how in the monarchy they would always have a taste tester.
Oh, yeah.
And if the taste tester got ill or died, you know,
Nobody started back at, get down, dude.
there has to be some level of truth to that.
I would bet.
Yeah, I would think.
It wouldn't be a minimum wage job.
No.
Oh, I think minimum wage probably would have been a bump.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, Judy, we see you.
Hey, you guys.
Wow, she got right on.
Right on, Judy.
You know what, you guys?
She's
Like
like
I
a
told-
professional. She did it while she's driving. She did
Yeah.
it while her dog was attacking her.
Yeah.
And then she
Yes.
got right on.
And she's
Leaps
got,
and bounds from the first show.
and she's got the trophies to prove it.
Right.
I mean, yeah. So I told the teachers at school, I said, I'm going up for the corporate job, you guys. I could FaceTime, I could go on Zoom, have Zoom chats. I said, I'm up there.
You told them that? Oh.
Yeah,
you
they
got
just
caught.
laugh. Oh, they laugh. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, if they
Yeah.
on that first day when your like camera was like this, and
We were sending you notes. Send
he
help.
said, she's like, "Send help."
yeah, I did say that. But yeah, they just laugh. You know, they know my sense of humor. So
See, isn't it cool though? Now you can talk to anybody in the country, in the world,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Well, that's like what I think is cool about like that whole reunion committee, that we're in like
Oh.
3 or 4 different states planning a high school reunion, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. I thought about that. You don't have to call each other. You're right there zooming. So
What was 5?
I don't mean to
Tracy?
interrupt, but
Yeah.
I was a little preoccupied. My mouse has now turned into a hand. I don't know if you can see that.
What are
No,
you
we
doing?
can't.
If-
No,
But
we
that's why
can't.
I was laughing last week because it was on Rick's nose.
Now we
the
see your hand. It don't look like
yeah,
a
it's
mouse though.
like I'm like,
Yeah,
wait,
where's
there's
your
a
other hand, Trace?
There's a hand on my screen. I gotta hand it to you.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, why is this hand here?
I don't see the hand.
Talk to the left because you ain't right.
Oh man,
Talk to the hand is what he's saying.
we're grinding to a halt. I am so sorry. I can't. Okay, now it's an arrow because I took it off one of the squares. Oh my.
I have to say, Tracy, you with this microphone is like a whole nother level of
He's Don Pardo.
I still haven't worked it out.
I just
mean,
want like this.
I don't know if it sounds
Yeah.
any better than.
oh my God, yeah.
Does
This
it sound
just
better?
in. Huh?
Does it sound better?
Yeah, I don't know if it does. You know.
I don't think it does, to be honest.
Yeah,
it sounds,
that's
it
okay.
sounds similar.
What are you trying to say, Gina? He got ripped off?
No, I'm not saying that it sounds worse. I'm just saying.
I mean, let's get to the heart of the, no, let's.
I don't know if I could hook up the microphone to the PC. That I need to figure that out.
Isn't there a plug that goes into the PC?
Not sure.
Tracy, what are you doing there? Let me know. I can tell you how to do it.
Yeah, so what I do, the microphone is actually plugged into a 2-speaker and subwoofer system.
On the
Okay.
computer?
No, it's near it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Is it Bluetooth?
Here's what you need.
Oh,
One of
check that
these.
out. What's that?
That's an
This-
on TV box.
Yes. It makes it so you can take your cord, plug it in,
Like a microphone
and then
cord?
on the back, it's got a USB. Then you take
Oh, wow.
this and then you put it into your computer.
What is that called?
I can't remember the name of it. I mean, I know the brand. It's called Focusrite, but the actual name of it.
Yeah, I never seen that.
But before I got my big board, this here,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I used.
Okay. Oh, so the board actually superseded that equipment.
Right.
Oh, Dan, are you trying to sell that?
No,
Oh, I was gonna say you
I
could.
just
you know.
collect shit.
Work out a deal with Tracy.
It is amazing. Like,
No,
yeah,
Tracy, if you want to come by and play around with it, you're welcome to it.
okay, well, thank you.
And then if you like it, you know, you can just buy one. They're about $100.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so
But,
maybe
but try it out first, then to see if you like it.
right. Yeah, that's cool.
No,
It's
I
a
like
wonder
it,
I
though.
got this far, to be honest. It took months to take.
Is that a splash guard in the front there?
Yeah, it's a windscreen.
That's when you're drinking your whiskey, right?
Yeah, not tonight, but
It's for spittle.
Spittle. That's it. That's the word.
I'll tell you what,
That's in the dictionary.
it's Starlight Coca-Cola with a little splash of Woodford Reserve. That was nice. That went.
Yeah.
That was my coping mechanism for the mass hysteria of last Friday's call. That was quite a.
It was a busy call.
I was a little overwhelmed.
Tracy, it's called an interface. I just thought of it.
It was wild.
This is called an interface.
Oh, very good. Oh, very good. Okay.
It's
Very
called Focusrite interface.
Is that
Yeah,
a
that
vintage
was-
piece or is
that
that
was-
relatively new?
What you mean, the technology or the?
Yeah, is that relatively new or?
Again, technology? No, it's been around a long time.
Okay. Okay.
But it makes it so you could take microphones that, these microphones are, a lot of them are analog,
Yeah.
and your computers are digital. So
Okay.
basically, this takes your analog signal and turns it into a digital signal, and that's how it can go through the USB.
Got it. Copy that.
Got all that?
Copy.
But they do.
Yeah,
but,
now you could do Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh,
Huh, huh.
excellent movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
really
was
good.
so cool. That was
What was,
awesome.
what was his character name? The DJ.
Oh yeah, Cronauer. Adam, was it Adam? Adam Cronauer?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
How do you
I
guys?
can't believe you guys know
stuff?
that.
That was one
I
of those
know.
movies where the preview was like, like really, really cool. Sometimes the preview is so cool, the movie isn't exactly cool.
Because they give away too much in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie was kind of like that, where it was like, oh, this seems like it's gonna be the greatest thing
Because they
ever.
put all his one-liners on there to draw you in.
Hey,
You know, I
what?
heard
Go ahead.
I heard something. Maybe you probably know this, Dan. If the movie's going to be a flop and they know it's a flop, they over advertise it. And if they know the movie's going to be a hit, they only give you a little piece of this and that. I don't know
That
how
makes
true that
sense.
is.
I mean, it makes sense, but yeah, unfortunately, they'll load the previews with all the good stuff. Hey, did you guys remember? This is one of those movies that you're talking about, in my opinion. There was a movie years ago called Hotel New Hampshire. If you looked at the previews, you'd swear this was like the best movie ever. And then it came out, it was like a 2 or 3 hour movie. And to me, it was like one of the worst movies I ever seen. But the cast was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But the movie just was so slow.
Like
Okay.
Ishtar.
Like, yeah. Well, I remember when that came out, the critics were already just like slaughtering it, calling it the worst movie ever made.
Yeah.
I don't even think it ever got it released, and it was already considered like the worst movie ever. And then, of course, it went to cable.
Yeah.
And then on cable, of course, everything was fine.
I remember when we had cable, and for some reason, something went wrong with the cable broadcasting. And it was probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and one of the X-rated channels, like unscrambled, and it was like on for like a good 4 minutes of like nudity and sex scenes on everybody's cable box. So if you had the TV on, it didn't matter what channel. So, and I was probably like in high school. So
Wasn't it Easter Sunday, 1980?
I don't
get
remember.
out of here, seriously.
Is it like on a Tuesday?
Yeah, but it was like everybody. It wasn't just. Oh, I'm sure.
So the Hotel New Hampshire was Jodie Foster. This is
Wow.
1984, by the way, when these
Oh,
people
wow.
are in their peaks. Jodie Foster, Rob Lowe, Natasha Kinski,
She's
Bo
Bo
Bridges, Matthew Modine, Seth Green, Wolford Brimley. So it had like a really good cast.
Wow. That's weird.
But just
I don't
poorly
remember
written.
that movie.
I don't either.
See, there you go. Case in point.
Yeah, I just don't remember it. 1984. Huh? It was a British American film.
It
That was the
wasn't,
year
I'm not
after we
sure.
graduated.
What was British about it?
The writers?
Yeah, it's based on a John Irving novel,
Never heard of them.
a co-production from the UK, Canada, and the US. I don't remember that film at all.
See, now I've heard people talk about this, you know,
And I was going to, Dar and I were going to the show, like kind of like every day. The Hotel New Hampshire, do you remember that one? She remembers it, of course she remembers it.
But some people love that movie, but I didn't get it.
Is it a cult classic?
I think it is actually. But again, like,
Another
what do you
movie
say?
coming.
I didn't get the memo on it.
I've missed a lot of memos in life.
I'm still looking for him, Tracy.
I never hit a kegger.
Don't start that
Oh,
shit.
we'll give you a
The kegger's going to happen this summer, Trace. I guarantee it.
I never had a kegger in high school. It was in college.
You never went to a kegger in high school?
In college. Yeah. No, not in high school.
Really?
No,
Oh,
it's against the rules.
no, it wasn't.
Rick, you were in Delta House. Tracy wasn't. Rick, you were in the Delta House. Tracy wasn't.
I saw the movie. And Rendell and I used to go cruising, and Mike would always play the soundtrack to Animal House. He was like infatuated. It was good. It was a good soundtrack.
Oh, it's really good soundtrack.
It's really
actually.
good, but he would be playing that like all that was like our theme music.
Where's that man?
That's funny.
I know he isn't here to defend himself, so
Who was the musician that was in that movie?
I was just gonna look that up. I know who it is. He's
like
actually
a real musician.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Spencer Davis.
No,
Spencer Davis.
he was on the stairs playing, and then Bellucci broke the guitar.
Was there
Yeah,
a
and the
real
other guy in the
musician?
basement, though. Oh man, there were a couple musicians in that movie
Like real musicians playing something other than a
when they
musician?
were at the frat party. Oh my God, the toga party. Later in the toga party. I can't think of it now. Oh my God, it sucks getting old.
Are you kidding? You guys, I can't even keep up with you guys with your details of movies.
Oh,
Yeah,
Stephen Bishop.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was the guy playing guitar.
Right, and then Bellucci broke
Oh,
the
that's
guitar.
hilarious.
Wasn't he singing "Life's a Bowl of Cherries"?
He had a bit part in the movie then,
Yeah, I think it was something like that, Rick.
He destroyed that guitar.
but he had like a character name, right? Or maybe not.
But you know what's funny about that? I seen it. I watch a lot of making of things, and he didn't know he was going to break that guitar.
Belushi?
No, the Bishop didn't know that he was going to
oh.
grab the guitar and break it.
Oh,
So when you see that reaction on film, that's real.
well,
Oh, that's
it's like when
hilarious.
Belushi did the zit.
They had
Yeah,
that
right.
one-
Yeah, that was another one.
That
They had to
wasn't
be-
part of the script,
Oh, no kidding.
and he got mashed potatoes all over everybody.
So that was a one-take wonder.
Well, Belushi would
No,
do
he used to do that.
off-script stuff, a lot of it.
And they would let him.
Yeah.
You know, he
'Cause it
was,
would make-
him and Donald Sutherland were really the only two big stars in that movie.
At the time.
Right, of course, at the time. But look how
Who
many
was-
came out of it.
Dean Wormer, wasn't he kind of famous?
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, but not Bacon. That was his first movie.
Yeah.
That's where the 6 Degrees started.
And I seen an interview with him, and he said that who was it? Who was that? The director? Wasn't Spielberg, was it?
No.
No.
Who directed Animal House?
Oh, good question.
Anyways, whoever the director was, they didn't let Delta House, offset even, Delta House and the other house hang out together. Because when they got them on, when they were filming together, they wanted this real division between them. So, people ask him, how was it hanging around with Belushi? He says, we weren't allowed to.
Oh, that's wild. You know who directed the film was John Landis.
Yeah, Landis. Yeah,
There you go.
that's it. John Landis.
Yeah.
But yeah, John Landis wouldn't let the two houses hang out.
So there are a lot of the
Wow.
reactions were authentic.
Correct. But that movie was turned down by for years
No kidding.
by numerous studios.
I wonder who was originally gonna star in it, or
Well, everybody that they were going to the movie wouldn't have even came about if it wasn't for John Belushi saying yes, that he would be in it.
Oh.
Because none of the studios were going to give him any money.
Interesting.
Very interesting. See, we learn something new on this show every week.
Right.
No, every week. Thanks,
I think
Dan.
it could be billed as educational.
Yeah, well, don't tell anybody that. They'll turn it off.
Okay.
you can get PBS funding.
That'd be awesome. We could do the telethons too.
I think the best we're gonna get is PBJ sandwiches.
That would work. Some fried bologna.
Yeah, who's allergic to peanut butter?
Oh, nowadays everybody.
Do you guys remember anybody, and I don't want to get into a big political thing, but I'm just curious, do you guys remember anybody allergic to anything that we couldn't bring to school?
Nothing.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Not to our knowledge.
Nothing.
Oh my
I
gosh,
can
yeah.
I mean, okay, maybe a few people died, but nobody was generally.
I
allergic.
think
but that's expected.
I think it all started though when people stopped using mercurochrome.
My knees are still stained from that.
Oh yeah. I think we have natural immunities to a lot of things because it's in our bloodstream.
I think you've been watching too many YouTubes.
Well, maybe.
Really?
But that shit would burn.
Just like if you drink out of a hose, then you don't have to worry about COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
I never
haven't either,
liked
but-
drinking out of that hose. It was
Oh, it was a whole way of life.
Oh, I drank
Yeah.
out of it a lot actually.
I used to love
Yeah.
it nice and warm.
When it's well, you have to let it. I did like
No.
using a sprinkler
I had to have
after
all
you
the-
left the hose on the driveway for a while.
Yeah, I used to drink that. That was good.
Yeah, my dog
Holding.
drinks out of the hose.
Nice.
yeah.
Old school.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
now
don't know what's in the water nowadays.
You want the minerals, all of the whatever.
Yeah.
And we got the river right here. Who knows what's in that? And
What river?
Kankakee. It's about a block away.
I bet you there's fish poop.
Oh yeah.
I'm just guessing. I don't know.
That's naturally filtered from the coral in the Kankakee River though.
Nice.
The coral in the Kankakee River.
Wow.
Everyone
we
knows
got
there's
we got a
coral
light-
there.
Look at that light bulb
Are you
almost went
telling me
on.
you brew beer off of that water?
No. Although they do it, that's Hams.
Sky
It was
blue
made out of
waters.
river water.
it's the sky blue water.
Yeah.
Comes from
Well,
Canada.
wasn't the bear like on a raft in the water?
Yeah.
Well, like Dan
Those
said,
were
there
the
was
best
salmon shit.
commercials.
Yeah.
Now we got Dar singing.
I had to tell Marty to look for one of those lights. And
You
we'll give
can
it to
find 'em
Dan for
somewhere.
his garage.
You could go
Yes.
for a hams.
I would
You
love to
know,
have one.
yeah.
Yes.
Hams out of the keg.
I wonder if, you know who I was thinking about? You could maybe see if you can get a hold of the guys at American Pickers. They might have a sign like that.
Yeah.
I did.
Is
I
there-
did find some on eBay.
Did you?
Yeah,
Expensive?
they're like $300 to $500.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wow.
You'll have it via Amazon tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
And then you
Look
could
over
probably
here.
go, hey, Dan, you could probably get one at a bar supply too.
The what?
A bar supply store.
Drink through this.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. You don't have any.
Yeah, but then you want to, you know,
I mean, the antique ones are the cool ones.
yeah.
My uncle actually had one of those.
Oh, Marty, if you ever find a Ham's beer sign.
I think Sayer Lounge had one at one time too.
They did. I remember
Yeah,
it.
they did.
Yeah.
And again, I
Well, that's
remember
when
it as
So-
a kid. I
You
never
remember Sophie?
Sophie's store.
You remember when she owned it?
Well,
Her and my grandma were real good friends.
she owned the store, right? She didn't own the bar too, did she?
I think she owned the bar too.
Because I remember they had the store right next to
Yeah.
Jade Lounge, and
Yeah.
it was called Sophie's. It was a little like store where you can get milk. Bread.
No, I'm talking Sayer Lounge.
Oh no! But there was a store right across the street from Jade Lounge, not across the street, across the parking lot. It was
Yeah,
like
I
the
remember
next
that.
building over.
I never drank too much at the Jade.
No,
Too many fights.
that was a hillbilly bar.
Oh man, they would get out of control.
Not
fast.
as much as Hilltop though.
Hilltop was a good place to drink.
That was
Was
a
that on
hillbilly
Archer?
bar. In the 60s and 70s, it was a hillbilly bar for sure.
Yeah.
Like, so was like that A&J's over there in Summit. I don't know what it was called after that.
Or Summit, we had Chester's, we had Bubba's.
But it's that one that's like right on Harlem. And it was like a little brown building. But it always had country music and all that. all the way back
with the
then.
horseshoe.
Did he have
Yeah.
chicken wire?
What was the name
Oh,
of
that's
that?
where
What was the name of
what
that
movie-
bar, Judy?
Oh, A&J, I think it is.
What's
Yeah,
the
that's
name
what
of
I
it?
said.
hang out
They don't
there?
listen to me, Judy. That's what
Your
I
brother
said.
would know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A&J's.
that's what it is. A&J. Hogan
Yeah.
used to hang out there. And what was the movie that Michael J. Fox was?
And was it Joan Jett that was in it too? Who was
Yes.
it? There was a famous
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Oh, what was
night,
the movie?
was it like Night Lights or something like that? Or
No. Gosh darn it.
it
I
was
remember
something
the
like
movie.
that. It was not a
Yeah.
comedy, it was more of a drama.
Yeah.
But
Was
it
it?
was
Rock and
filmed
roll
in
drama.
there. It was filmed in that
Yeah.
bar. I
Do you
remember him
remember
doing
that,
that.
Gina?
Yeah. Kathy's dad that was Kathy's dad's place to go.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox films.
Wasn't there some birthday party or something up there?
Was it Hogan's birthday party for him? I don't.
Yeah, probably.
I know a friend of ours froze to death under one of you remember the trailers used to park there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He froze to death. I guess he had too much to drink or something, and he went to sleep under one of the trailers, and they found him
Wow.
frozen stiff the next morning.
Wow.
Oh, my
There's a homeless guy that comes into the truck stop where I work,
Mhm.
and he used to go to Argo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's 60 right now. He just turned 60.
Oh, my brother's age. I mean, yeah. Do you know
And
his name?
Dimitri something. But he every time he comes in, that's all he talks about is Argo. And then he tells all the other employees, we went to the same high school. And he's always talking about basketball and people that lived over there. And he said he was just there recently. He's like, it's not the same. It's not the same. I'm like, no, things change. Summit.
Oh,
Did
But
he play
yeah.
a sport or was it a club or anything?
Yeah, he played basketball.
Oh, my brother probably would know him.
Just a
Juice
small
knows
world.
everybody.
He does. Oh my God, he does. He would say, "Do you remember?" And I'm like, "No." Even in my old neighborhood, do you remember where, so and so's house? I'm like, I haven't been around in years. I have no idea. Oh, forget it. You get all crazy. I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember. But he does have a good memory. Gosh.
The keeper of information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't argue with him because, pretty much he's right.
Well, because he's not going to say it if he's wrong.
Right.
He's very careful with that.
Yeah.
What was the name in Greek mythology? The Oracle. Juice is like the Argo Oracle.
Yeah.
He knows all and sees all.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, Judy, was the name of that Bright Lights Big City?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
That wasn't. It didn't have Joan Jett. I'm thinking of a different movie.
No, she was a rock star and he was an up and coming rock star or something.
Yeah, this had Phoebe Cates in it.
Oh man.
She was the girl lead. It was Michael J. Fox and Phoebe Cates.
Who is the other Phoebe? She was in Say Anything.
Oh, I love
Wait,
that
is that
movie.
Dan, is that the same girl that was in Less Than Zero?
No, I'm not. I don't think so. It could be. I just don't remember.
Phoebe Snow.
He's a singer.
Less Than Zero.
I think I'm gonna watch Reservoir.
Jamie
Dogs.
Gertz.
Oh, okay. So which
Yeah.
one's Phoebe?
Huh?
See,
Phoebe
I'm on
Cates
my
is
Google.
Phoebe Cates is famous for being in crap. Now I can't think of the name of the movie.
Yeah, Fast Times at Ridgemont
Yes,
High.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, okay, I know now.
Spicoli.
Did you guys ever see the Fast Times
She
at
liked-
Ridgemont High? They
Brad-
had like a table read.
She walked in on Brad.
Oh
Who did?
yeah.
Phoebe Cates. Remember she walked in on Brad?
Oh yeah.
What were you gonna say, Gina?
No, they had a whole table read with about that movie, where just famous people all took the different character parts, and they just sat around a table and like read it. Like how
Fast Times or
No, was that the movie?
well, they've done a bunch of them, so I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
The one with Sean Penn. What was that one?
Yeah, that's Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Fast Times, right? Okay, so that was it. Yeah, they did table read, and he like kind of like directed it with Dane. He's a comedian.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Something, and
Yeah.
The guy. See, I don't know names like you guys do, but the kid that was in Holes when he was in all those Transformer movies. I know the names if you tell me.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was paying Sean Penn's part. It was pretty cool, actually.
I think the best movie Sean Penn ever did was with Christopher Walken, at Close Range.
Oh my God, I love that movie.
That was badass,
Oh,
man. That was 85, I think.
Yeah, and remember his brother played in it too.
Yeah, Chris Penn.
Yes.
Yeah.
He died young, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Yeah, that movie is like
That
so
was wicked.
underrated.
Wicked brutal.
Yep. And then Christopher Walken just played it to the T. That whole movie was
yeah.
amazing. The soundtrack had Madonna.
Yeah.
That's when Madonna and him was going out for a while.
Yeah.
Sean Penn and Madonna.
And then who was the other actor kid? He was in Fright Night.
That was such a good movie.
That was. You've seen Knockaround Guys, right?
You know, I haven't.
Oh, you got to watch it, Dan. Oh my God. The fight scene is the best.
At close range cast.
Have you seen that movie, Trace? Gina?
Mm-mm.
Judy?
No.
At close range. And I remember still the
Oh, Crispin. Here's the cast.
Crispin Glover, yeah.
Fucking great cast. Sean Penn, Christopher Walken, Chris Penn, which Chris Penn was really skinny back then.
Yeah.
James Foley, which I'm not sure who that is. Mary Stuart Masterson, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Eileen Ryan Penn, I'm not really sure who that is. Must be related. Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he
I
was
remember
good
his
in
scene.
The River's Edge too. That was another good movie.
Oh, yeah. David Stratham was in it, which I like him a lot. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen At Close Range, it's a must. It's a must see.
I'll have to see it. You know, there's things that I think I may have seen, but I don't have the memory like you guys have.
Do you remember Sean Connery being in that movie?
No.
They got him as being in that movie.
What was he, the grandfather? No.
I don't know what he would have been.
I don't remember him.
I don't either. It must have been a small part.
Very small.
Close range.
Wicked brutal though. I mean, it was.
I mean, it really it ends. It goes in places that you would never think it would ever go.
Very dark places.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I remember watching it the first time. I'm like, how do you do that?
I know. You know what else you're forgetting, which he was awesome in, was Bad Boys.
Oh yeah.
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 I remember that.
He was really young there too.
Who?
Sean Penn.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I think that was right out of Fast Times, wasn't it?
Yeah, right around that time.
You know what's good about him? Like he'll
83.
do some stuff, then he won't do nothing for a really long time, and all of a sudden he surfaces and he does something and knocks it out of the park and then disappears.
He did
again.
that movie not too long ago where I forgot the name of the movie now, but it was in burbs of New York. He owned a liquor store, and his daughter ended up getting killed, and they thought it was one of his friends that did it. And Kevin Bacon was in it. He was a detective.
Oh, yeah, that's the river.
No, not the river. What was the name of that movie,
Was
Dark?
molested by a priest?
Yes. No, by the
It's
cops.
something river.
The kid, he was molested by those two detectives back in the day.
Yeah, it's
I can't think of it now.
Blue Ridge.
Arr.
Ridge, something like that.
But he ended up getting revenge, and I ain't gonna say any more about it. But you saw the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
the one's brother.
Sean Penn's dad was a famous director. Did you guys know that?
No.
No.
Max is friends with that family.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
When Max needed work, he would put him in on some of his films.
That's cool.
Really nice.
Nice. Yeah, that's really nice.
Well, you know, Max is a good guy too. You know,
He's
like
a
one of
good
those
guy.
that you don't mind.
In fact, I watched a rerun of
Up
Barney
front.
Miller the other day,
Oh,
Did
did
you?
you?
Yeah.
where him and what was her name? The actress. She was the lady cop, and they had to play husband and wife.
Oh,
And
Mystic
that's
River.
Linda Lavin.
Mystic River. Are you talking about?
Mystic River. That's it.
2003.
Great movie.
And recent.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's a-
right. Exactly. It's in the 2000s, so it's recent. Less than
Have
20
you seen
years.
it? Have you seen it, Trace?
No, not that one. No.
I seen it a long time ago, probably when
Yeah.
it came out. It
Yeah.
was good.
Mystic River.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a revenge film.
Yeah. Really good movie.
But it's really like a it's kind of like a who done it kind of, or did he do
Yeah.
it? And then it's a revenge too.
Yeah.
It's
There's
described
that
as a
movie
neo.
that I like movies where the plot, like completely at the end, you're like, what just happened?
Well,
Yeah,
like
I like
that,
that too.
that movie with Kevin Bacon where that ghost was coming to see him and said dig, and he's digging up the whole backyard.
Oh, I never seen that.
Oh God,
Oh, if anybody has HBO Max, Mystic River is playing right now.
okay.
I mean,
No
not
kidding.
literally
I
right
gotta
now,
go
but
check
it's
it out
on
and check
it's
it
on
out.
HBO Max.
Got a good cast, and here it is, co-produced and scored by Clint Eastwood.
The
Yeah, that's right.
what movie was it with was it Matt Damon and
People watching this in TV land need to start sending answers too.
right?
Help us old folks out.
Anyways,
Who was
Gina,
in
what
that
are you
movie?
trying to get to it?
No, just how the end is like so not what you thought it was.
On
I
what?
think Matt Damon was in it. And he was an FBI agent or something.
The Departed.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Jack Nicholson and
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio and
That's the movie.
And Matt Damon, right?
yeah, Matt Damon.
And there's somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
a bunch of the Irish Mob. I mean, all those
Like
actors.
the guy that was in charge of the FBI and
The guy from Emilio Estevez's father,
yeah.
Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch Frankie and Grace? With
Isn't that with
Martin Sheen?
Pacino?
Huh?
Isn't that with Pacino?
No, it's a
I think that's Frankie and Johnny.
That's Frankie
no.
and Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah, it's Al Pacino and then the blonde girl.
Ellen Barkin.
No, I don't think
Michelle
it's her.
Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Yep.
She just came to mind, man.
No, this is one
Just
of
got
those
all excited
Netflix-
thinking about her.
Got all excited about
Netflix,
Ellen Barkin.
series.
Ellen Barkin was really good in that movie.
Any movie. She was
Yeah,
capable.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
a sexy one, isn't she?
Oh my God.
How about Diner?
That
You
was
guys-
good. I like
did you ever
Diner
see
a lot.
Diner? That's a great movie.
Was that the R-rated one or the?
It might have been.
Because there's a couple movies out there called Diner.
Barkin.
Yeah, it came out in '79.
Ellen Barkin.
No, I don't remember that.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, that's a classic. The one you're talking about, Diner.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
You know what another good movie was, and I saw it the other day on TNT or one of them.
Oh, the
Tremors.
the Big Easy.
Big
Oh, the
Easy.
Big Easy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That was
The
a
movie
good one.
Tremors.
Yeah,
That was-
Tremors was good. That's Kevin
Oh,
Bacon.
Tremors was good.
Kevin
It was all
Bacon
right.
and then that one guy.
Yeah.
He's really good. I forgot his name. But Tremors was one of those movies that it came out in the theaters. I said I don't want to go see that. It looks stupid.
Yeah.
And then it came on like a cable, and then I seen it like 10 times because I liked it so much.
Yeah. That's
Because
how
it's
cable
really
was.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like cable classics.
Yes.
Every time it
Is
came
there a
on,
movie that any of
we
you guys
watched.
can think of that you've watched? Like probably more than any movie that you've ever watched. Like, you know.
Behind the Green Door.
Dirty Dancing.
I knew Dan would get that.
I broke my wrist because of that movie.
He has carpal tunnel now.
It was some
Good
kind
question, Gina.
it was some kind of tunnel
Wait. What was it?
It was worth it.
behind the green
Behind
door.
the Green Door. A
Not the
Marilyn
white one,
Chambers
huh?
classic.
No. Who was the one that's real famous for that? What's her name? Marilyn Chambers? Yeah. I never
Yeah.
seen it. Could you tell?
No. Yeah, like a cat that just ate a canary.
So Judy, you said Dirty Dancing?
Yeah, back in the day with Cindy Cole, I watched it, oh my God, so many times. And isn't there an anniversary for it or something? I saw on Facebook something.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, and
So
she
what was
was saying,
what movie would you watch 10 or more times?
oh, I wouldn't watch Dirty Dancing, but I don't know a movie that I would watch over and over and over again.
See,
I think a good question is, what movie have you watched way more than once? Because I don't know anybody that keeps track of watching it 10 times.
Probably Apocalypse Now.
What about you, Gina?
The Sound of Music.
Oh, really? That's a good movie. I like that
That's
movie.
awesome, yeah.
The vacation version or the real one?
The real one.
Okay. The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Griswold.
Yeah.
And then Judy, you're saying what one?
It was Dirty Dancing back in the day, and then Grease. I watched it.
Oh, I like both of those. Those are really good.
Yeah.
And then over and over again. Yeah. But then I don't think I could watch it again.
Gina, did you ever watch General Hospital?
Yes.
The Mother Superior was Mrs. Quartermain's mother, the one that took the distributor cap. That was Mrs. Quartermain.
Really?
Monica's mother-in-law was the one who took the distributor cap.
Oh, Lily?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Shut up. Seriously?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Wow, what a bitch.
I can't call a nun a bitch. Oh my God, that's so cool. You're gonna have to share that with my mom because my mom still watches General Hospital.
So did she watch Max when?
Yeah, she's like, she could tell me everything about him.
Sonny's dad.
Oh, because Dan, I actually showed her one of the one that Max was on talking to Tracy.
Oh, okay.
So she's like, oh my God, that's so cool. I'm like, shut up, no. The kids, all my nieces and nephews and everything. My dad always, like, when he's joking around and he's making everybody laugh, my mom will say something and he'll be like, oh, shut up, yo. So my parents went over to visit my nieces and nephews, whatever. They were leaving and all the kids are like, shut up, yo. So it's like a big thing, to like make fun of my mom.
Yo.
And I don't know why I told you that, but that's what I'm thinking. Because I told my mom, shut up.
You remember when we used to tell our parents shut up back in the day?
Yeah, never.
Oh, my mom would crack us.
Never.
Break
Oh
them
my
out.
God.
Yeah, we never. Oh my God.
Shut
never.
up was a bad word. Like, you were
Shut up was the worst.
Actually, you're right about that. We couldn't even tell our brothers and sisters to shut up.
Oh, no.
No. But it's really hard. It's harsh.
Do you remember saying dry up? Dry up.
No,
my
do you
God.
remember children are to be seen and not heard?
Oh yeah.
Be quiet or I'll give you something to cry about.
Yes.
The fuck you talking about? You just smacked me.
Yeah, that didn't hurt you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That didn't hurt you. How do you know? You didn't feel it.
I do remember swearing. Oh my gosh. Back in the day, the F word, that came out so much.
We grew up saying it. My mom caught me saying it the one time and she's like, where did you hear that?
I never said that when I was in high school.
And I looked at her, I said, the fuck you mean who says that all the time?
Honestly, I could count the times that I swore in front of my mom, and they were probably within the last 10 years.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't swear until in front of, I don't know if I swore a lot in high school, but the first time I swore in front of my mom, not my dad, my mom, was probably after high school.
Mm.
And oh my God, it was bad. My mouth, I could make you blush.
Judy, I could literally see your mother like pulling her lips in going, what did you just say?
Oh, your mom had that lip too?
Oh yeah.
Did it
Yeah,
quiver?
she'd scrunch her eyebrows and pull in her lip like,
oh,
yeah.
and don't make me.
And never embarrass her, right? Oh my God, you never embarrass my mom.
No.
Holy
no.
cow.
All moms were like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
She would
Or
like
they-
raise her hand like this, like.
Or when you did something at the store and she had that certain kind of grip on your arm that you knew you were going to die on the ride home
Yeah. Yeah.
because it was so tight it cut off the blood supply to your hand. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, but you can't do that now. Gosh.
Yeah. No.
Can't do that.
Well, that's like I told you guys when I tried to steal a brownie from, I don't know if it was AMP or National, you know how it changed its
Mhm.
name? And the guy followed us around the grocery store and I knew that he was following us, so I put it on top of the Tide. And then we checked out and paid for everything we were getting. And then he came up to me and goes, next time, put it back where you found it. I never went back in there again, ever.
Oh my gosh. My mom was real big at, do you know what your brother did? I'm like, I don't know which one. And I would never rat on them, never. But she would find out something about one of my brothers and she'd say, do you know what your brother did? Mom.
Well, you're a good sister.
No, that they were trying to get info. My mom was real good at that.
Oh my God, my mom found something and she came up to me and said, do you know what this is? I said, nope, I don't know. And I said, where'd you find it? In your drawer. I said, I don't know. It was
What is that?
Joe's.
What is
I
that?
said-
It's a special kind of oregano.
Oh, I never said it. And I said, Mom, or I told him, I said, hey, Mom was up in your drawer putting your clothes away. I said, she found something. He said, all right. He said, what did you tell her? I said, I told her I didn't know what it was. He goes, okay.
That's funny.
So Tracy, what? I don't think you answered. What movie have you seen more than once, or many? A few times.
Yeah, I can remember, going back to like when we first had cable, movies that would be on all the time and I seemingly would watch it over and over. Stripes.
Oh, yeah.
That got a lot of
yeah.
play. Fast Times at Ridgemont High had a lot of play. I liked Valley Girl.
Oh, with
Nicolas
Nick
Cage.
Cage, yeah.
That was every time that came on, would watch.
Was Moon Unit in that? I think she was.
No.
I think she was in that movie.
Now, isn't there a new movie out about Nicolas Cage and he plays
Yes,
himself?
I just seen an interview on it. It looks really good.
Yeah.
It's
Kind of
called,
based on. It's
something about being fantastic or something.
kind of like being John Malkovich, right? The same.
No,
premise?
it's
Interesting film.
He was very bizarre. He just was recently in a movie too.
That was one weird movie.
I thought it was good.
It was good. It was just like
It was
really?
weird.
It was
going into this little door and then you end up becoming, going into John Malkovich's mind.
It was just.
Well, he was in Knockaround Guys
It
too.
was bizarre.
Dennis Hopper too, one of his last movies.
But I can remember going with my sister to the Choral Theater, and they were showing Young Frankenstein. They would keep screening it. It was like for like a couple of years. I don't know if you remember that, but it would come out, and my sister loved the movie, so we'd end up going to see it at the show. So that was kind of a unique experience. Usually it was just watching something on cable, but to actually go to the show and see it more than once. I think that's the only film I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever gone to the show to see a movie for the second time.
Did anybody ever?
The show I went to, literally at a show, more than once, was The Right Stuff.
Oh,
Good
wow.
movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Now, did anybody ever experience the whole Rocky Horror Picture Show where you went to the theater at midnight and?
Never did that.
Yeah, we did. We did that at Harlem Cermak.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Now that movie you're talking about is called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage.
Wow.
Not familiar with that at all.
It's just came out. It's coming out now.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It's brand new.
Huh.
Yeah, he plays himself.
Right, he plays himself. It's supposed to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another movie I watched a couple of times, The Shining.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh yeah.
I saw that a couple of times. Yeah, that was really good. So it looked
That
like
was scary when that came out.
that
Okay,
was
how
awesome.
many people would not watch The Exorcist?
Oh,
You
We
know,
saw it. We got
I
dragged
never
to
saw it.
Sheridan to watch it.
I never saw it all the way through.
That's a scary
Oh.
movie.
There,
The Sheridan.
I'll never forget the talk in the household about whether or not I should go to see it or be
Mm-mm.
allowed to see it. That
Nope,
was a
that's
big,
one that I would not.
were any of you potentially able to go see it or saw it at a tender age?
I
Oh,
seen
we-
it at, well, my age is more tender, not as tender as yours. But I
And it
seen it
never
at,
will be.
yeah, I seen it at Sheridan actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
played that at the Sheridan?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
probably 6
Oh,
years old.
shit.
I was
Like, you
6
could
or 7 when
randomly
my mom
stand-
dragged us to see
I'm
that.
sorry. You could randomly stand at the corner at 79th and Harlem and watch The Exorcist. Holy shit.
I can
Well,
still
you know-
remember seeing that before I seen it. Because we
Wow.
went to see it. We used to go to the park and sit up on the biggest slide and you could see the screen. You couldn't hear
Yeah.
it,
Oh, yeah.
anything, but you could see all of it. And
Yeah.
I still remember, seeing the scenes where, she's in bed and her head's spinning around and stuff.
Holy crap.
Well,
How
when we
about
were driving,
Poltergeist?
that was scary. But
Yeah.
when we were driving
Come
home
on,
from
like
The
that movie.
Exorcist, and my Aunt Judy and my mom were talking about this is what happens when you don't go to church.
Oh, wow.
That's what scared the hell out of
Oh,
my
man. Well,
gosh.
hey, we were at that tender age.
me.
Right
No, our
around,
parents,
right around communion. That was
our
right
parents-
around communion.
no, our parents mind fucked us, man, and we didn't even know it. I mean, don't ever get in an airplane, you'll crash and die. I was 38 years old in R&D at Highcone, and they said I had to fly, and I fussed and I fussed. Can I take the train? Can I take a bus?
Mm. Oh,
They're
wow.
laughing.
Yeah, but
And I
Rick,
said, "Oh, because
the reason your parents told you that was because
told-
they knew you would be unbearable in a plane.
No, they told all of us that. We, it was crazy. It started with the grandparents.
Oh, man.
Some of the
pretty
things they
funny.
told you, it's like, Jesus. No wonder we're messed up.
Yeah, right.
have you
Remember
guys ever seen Beautiful Girls? The movie
All the
Beautiful
time.
Every
Girls?
day when I look in the mirror.
Yeah. That's like a really good movie.
I never saw that.
That's one of the
Yeah.
one that I seen on cable a lot. And I watch it
Uh-huh.
every time I see it, I'll watch it.
Is it called The Beautiful Girls?
No, it's just called Beautiful Girls.
Beautiful Girls.
Yeah, I'll tell you the cast. And it's got a great cast. Beautiful Girls. So the cast is Uma Thurman,
Ah.
Matt Dillon, Natalie Portman when she was a little girl,
Hmm.
Timothy Hutton, Michael Rappaport,
Wow.
Lauren Holly, Mira Sorvino, Noah Emmerich, Martha Plimpton,
Never
Rosie
heard of it.
O'Donnell, Annabeth Gish.
Huh.
It's really
Yeah, not
good.
familiar with that. How about name a movie that no matter what you're doing, if you stumble upon it, you will watch it until the end?
True Romance.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one I seen a bunch of times too, because
Yeah.
exactly that reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I could name several, but the Blues Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's
That's a
it's like-
sacrilege if you turn it off.
It's like you can't turn it off.
No, you
Yeah.
have to watch it.
It was Animal House for me when DJ was younger.
Yeah, yeah.
When cable, and yeah,
And that's a
that one.
definite multiple watch movie.
yeah.
But
You guys remember Romancing the Stone?
Oh
I
yeah.
like that movie.
That was
Yeah.
good. That was
Yeah,
one of those that I
it
seen a
was
lot
okay.
too.
It was okay. But yeah, I
But what
remember.
about Fatal Attraction?
I was
Oh yeah.
thinking of that,
Interesting movie.
Gina. Yes, that was good too.
Now that's a movie you watch once and okay, I saw it.
Yeah, I agree.
What, Fatal Attraction?
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
wouldn't watch that over and over.
Well, that's why I would never cheat on my ex.
Or watch the movie over and over.
No, why? Glenn Close was hot in that movie. I mean, a little
Yeah,
psycho, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knew
They
how to
were gonna
cook.
eat the-
She knew how to cook a rabbit.
they were going to eat the rabbit anyway. It was old.
She just played a good part in a movie that was just on Netflix. I don't remember the name of it.
Oh,
But
another
she's
good
like-
movie I'll watch anytime it's on is The Big Chill.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
soundtrack of that is
Yeah.
just the soundtrack alone will get you sucked into
Yeah,
it.
I thought the soundtrack was awesome. The movie, you know, it was okay. Yeah, it was.
What
okay.
about series that like they were really good, but then you never heard about them ever again?
Oh,
Well,
Lord.
you know, I think the movie appealed to me because of the and it sounds stupid, but because of the drug and alcohol use. You know, I
Yeah,
could
maybe.
actually relate to what was going on with most of them.
The Big Chill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, that's like saying Almost Fire, even though it's like one of those
Oh, yeah.
cheesy movies. There
I
are
didn't
so
like it.
many things. I love that you could watch their like progress, or
Well,
growing up and
and,
you know,
and
and
we had a
then-
few funerals back in the day too, where
yeah.
we would get together after and it was all, who's got some good weed, let's pass the hat. We're getting a kegger, next thing you know it, there's a full blown party going in honor of somebody that passed. I'm not
Yeah.
going to name names, but there were quite a few back in the day,
Yeah.
That's the movie that Kevin Costner was almost in.
Yeah, he
Which
was in
one?
it. I thought he was.
No, they cut him out.
And which one?
He was the corpse though,
The
wasn't
Big
he?
Chill. Yeah, but they didn't actually show him ever.
I know. They just showed the wrist.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin
Never knew
Costner was
that.
actually filmed in the movie, but they decided that they didn't want to show the
Yeah, I heard
person,
that.
the dead
Huh,
person.
never
He
heard
would have
that
been
one.
the dead person.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But because they cut him out, years later, they cast him in a really big movie. Who was the Big Chill director? Whoever that was did that for him.
Wasn't it
Because-
Dances with Wolves?
It's probably a big name too.
No, Dances with Wolves was him. He directed it, wrote and directed it. No, it was years before Dances with Wolves.
Okay. Because I know he was in that one movie with Clint Eastwood. I forgot what it was, where he was the ex-con. He was on the run, and he kidnapped that little kid, and it was during Halloween.
I'm not sure
And
what
Clint
that
Eastwood
movie
was
is.
a Texas Ranger hunting them down.
Never seen it.
So who
Yeah.
followed all the Steven Spielberg movies? Like
I loved Steven Spielberg. What was Jaws? Jaws was his first one, wasn't it?
How
Yeah,
about the
probably. I
TV
think it was.
movie that he did? Remember The Duel? The TV movie?
I don't think I ever seen it.
No.
I remember why. That's actually something I remember. I mean, at a very young age, that we watched it, and I remember watching it.
Big Chill.
There was a driver of a car and a driver of a truck, and the trucker's trying to get the car off the road.
Oh, really? I never seen it.
Yeah, I want to say, what's his name?
Wasn't Kurt Russell in that?
No. What's his name? His first name is Dennis, and I can't think of the last name. The Duel. That was a television made for TV movie.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
What year about?
I want to say like 71.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's an early, and it was Spielberg.
I
Wow.
remember hearing about it, but I never seen it.
It might have
So
been
it's
called Duel.
like a mini series?
It was like a made-for-TV movie.
Oh, movie.
Duel, 1971. Action thriller. Dennis Weaver.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He was an electronic
Silverado. Silverado was the one that he ended up casting him in.
Okay.
So didn't Steven Spielberg just do the whole West Side Story?
Just, you mean the brand new one?
The
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
The new one.
Yeah, he did.
Has anybody seen it?
Yeah.
I have.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was very good.
Don't ruin it for us.
I'm not.
It's a remake.
They dance at the end.
I know. Gina, are
Yeah,
you okay?
They got some good actors. Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like you're dozing.
No, they have they showed also like the making of it and where they interviewed him, and that's even more interesting than
I don't think I saw the original all the way through.
You haven't?
No.
The West Side Story?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So,
that
you
had
know,
some. That had what's her name in it?
Rita Moreno.
The girl in it. No, the original one I'm talking about.
Natalie Wood.
Yes. Yeah.
But see, when they did that, their voices that wasn't them singing.
Yeah, right. You're right.
It was Milli Vanilli.
Shut up.
They used to do that.
Yep. But in this one, it's everybody has their own voices.
Huh.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So now that's like we went to high school with somebody that on Broadway directed the movie The Prom. But it's not, before it was a movie, when it was just on Broadway. He produced it and he got a bunch of Tony Awards for it.
Wow.
He was nominated for like 8 Tony Awards from it. Bill Majewski. And then after that, then when they made it a movie, he produced the movie as well.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep. He's done a lot of stuff. He's like big in DreamWorks and all that stuff. He did Shrek. That's like all that.
I can watch that anytime too.
Yeah, that was good.
Or Despicable Me, any one of them.
Yeah,
I never
that's
seen
good,
that.
too.
Oh man. The
There's like 3
Minions?
of them, isn't there?
That's with Danny DeVito, right?
No, that's Mike Myers.
Oh, I
His
thought.
voice.
I don't know what I'm thinking of. Wasn't Danny DeVito in one of those cartoons as one of the voices?
Mike Myers is the evil guy in Despicable Me.
Oh, okay. I never seen it, so that's why I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you'd like it. It's a good movie.
So yeah, that's a good question. Like all-time animated favorite.
Oh, I say either Monsters or Shrek.
Yeah, Shrek
I like
was
them
good.
both.
Toy Story.
I like the Toy Story.
Boy, that's another. They're all so good. I don't even. That
I
one's
think-
hard
It's
to
kind
pick.
of funny whenever.
And Ice Age. You can't forget Ice Age.
That was another good one too.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny after you watch these things later or when you pay more attention to how much adult humor there is in these animated movies that, you know, kids would never obviously get. But I love how they play to both audiences, you know, because you know a parent's going to be sitting there with a kid.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting you say that because back in the day, it was the Banana Splits was pretty much the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why were they all stoners?
Huh?
I said, were they all stoners?
Well, Magic Mushroom Land, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, who remembers watching Speed Racer?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do.
I was
I do.
huge on that.
Now looking back on Speed Racer, did you realize when you were watching it that was actually a Japanese cartoon that
Yeah,
they
I
were
know. It's
dubbing
like early
into
anime,
English?
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why the characters look so generic.
Remember Clutch Cargo with the real lips?
Oh yeah, that was a whole
It
nother.
was good.
That was kind of creepy.
If you could get the TV warmed up early enough. to
Clutch
watch
Cargo.
Cargo.
And
But
his
sometimes
boy-
I would.
and
you
his
wouldn't
boy
get the TV
Spinner,
on in
right?
Time.
Yeah.
It would take a few minutes to warm up, you know.
Well, okay,
6
like
o'clock in the
yeah,
morning.
you could actually remember the character names of the Speed Racer cast. You know what I'm saying?
Racer X.
Yep.
Yeah, he was the famous one.
And Trixie.
Trixie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Chim Chim.
Trixie.
She was the
Chim
whore.
Chim.
Oh, come on.
Wait, wasn't Racer X and
was
Speed
a very
Racer brothers or
conventional girl.
something?
Yes, Secret
Yeah.
Brothers. And then there was the monkey.
Chim Chim.
Yeah, there you go. Chim Chim.
Who was the obnoxious little brat that the monkey hung around with?
Yeah, I don't know. What
Oh, the
what-
boy?
Yeah, that's a good trivia question.
That is a good question.
What the heck was that?
God, it's on the tip of my tongue.
2 in the morning, I'll be calling you.
I mean, we
Gina.
literally watched that over 50 years ago.
What was his name?
Speed Racer.
I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. We're having 5 simultaneous senior moments.
I'm trying not to look it up.
It's
because I
like the
think you can
planets have
figure it out.
aligned.
I know it's like you have to fight yourself not to Google it.
Was it like Spotty or Sparky or something like that?
Oh, I think it was.
Spanky?
Spike?
No.
No,
I
it
think
wasn't
it's like
Spike.
Spark. Was it Spark?
Spartacus?
Spartacus.
Shut up. Why you gotta
Oh,
mix
speaking
the
of
Greeks and
Spartacus,
the
did you guys see
Chinese?
Pompeii? The movie Pompeii?
No.
Oh man, that's a pretty good movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Don't they all die at the end?
They go on a riverboat ride.
Shut up.
Get out.
And then they sing in the middle
No,
of
that's the African
New York.
Queen.
Oh, I love that movie.
That is a good movie.
What
I was
movie?
just thinking about that movie.
The African Queen. Dan, this is weird shit, man, because like it started with the album.
Yeah.
We got to play the Powerball this Saturday. Everybody buy a ticket this Saturday.
Was the African Queen, was that a book?
It was a book, but it's like a real famous movie.
Yeah, yeah.
With what's
Humphrey
his name?
Bogart
Humphrey
and,
Bogart and Catherine.
Yeah.
Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I love that movie. I used to every year they would play that around springtime.
Yeah.
And I would always build a boat. And when our ditches were full, I would always play African Queen because
With
we
the
would have
leeches
water.
too, right?
Yeah. That was good, man.
Them ditches had some bad ones.
Yeah,
That's
I
pretty
remember
cool.
that.
The African Queen or Dan's boat?
No, the leeches in the ditches.
No, there were no leeches in our ditches.
No. There were huge crayfish though from the DDT. That
There
they
actually was. We used to go out and catch them all the time.
Oh yeah, our neighbor Freddie, he would do the like you do for the catfish. He would stick his arm into the Gina, you know him.
Huh?
He'd stick his arm into the hole of the crayfish and let it pinch him, and he'd throw it, bring it out screaming.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Oh man.
none of us had the guts to do it, but him.
Yeah.
Well, was it guts or just
No,
pure,
they
like-
were those were 3-pound crayfish, man. I mean, they were big.
No, I know, but like he didn't have like a filter when it came to that kind of stuff. He's like, I'll do
No,
it.
he had no.
Huh.
So the little
can't-
kid's name was Sprido.
Sprido. See, I don't
No.
remember that.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
I know he was a obnoxious little shit though.
Look at his mouth is wide open right
What's
there.
with the
Like
colorized? I don't remember.
Somebody
the
run him
color.
over with the car.
Wasn't it always in black and white?
No,
No.
Speed Racer was in color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just don't.
The Mach 1
Yeah.
was white, man. It had with the
And his pants were blue.
yeah. That's that obnoxious little.
Oh
Look at,
yeah.
he looks like one of the South Park's kids.
Sprido.
He looks like Cartman with dark hair.
Made in Japan.
Here's a picture with Chim Chim.
Yeah,
It's funny how they drew the eyes so round.
Well, think of all the famous monkeys. There's Curious George.
There's
And
four
then
of
there's
them.
Mickey,
Yeah.
Davy,
Peter and
Mike, Peter.
You know, it was interesting how
BJ and the Bear.
it was interesting how monkey was such a huge part of the culture years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Like all the television shows.
Well, it
that
started
had a
with
monkey.
Tarzan.
There was
Buster
like
Crab.
an obsession though. It was weird. Like
King
Lancelot,
Kong.
Link, Secret Chimp.
Yeah. And
Like
then
there
King
was always
Kong.
there was always like a pal monkey. You know?
Look at Every Which Way But Loose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, headquarters.
The
Why?
monkeys.
Now
There we go.
the monkeys trivia, that's the answer to a monkeys trivia question.
Who
What's
was
that?
So the question would be, name the first album that the four monkeys actually played on.
Clarksville?
So that album represents the first time they were allowed.
Right, because they
Play.
weren't allowed to play originally.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They had
wow.
to fire Don Kirshner in order to.
Yeah, that's
be able to
funny. I remember
play.
that story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Don Kirshner's rock concert guy.
That's
Oh,
a
that
good
was a good
album, but
show.
the album that I really like is the Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Limited. That
I
album,
don't remember that.
that follows Headquarters.
So Tracy, you're pretty much a expert on the monkeys then.
Yeah, I definitely have studied. I also listen to Zilch, a Monkeys podcast, where they talk. And you know, Michael Nesmith recently passed away. Actually,
Yeah.
Peter Tork
Isn't
recently.
Mickey Dolan the only one left?
He is the only surviving member.
So
He
this-
did a concert at the Rialto.
Well, Davy Jones would play Ruth Eckerd Hall all the time too, down in Clearwater.
I got to see him in Geneva at the Swedish Days, the Summerfest.
Who's your favorite monkey?
Clyde.
No, out of the monkeys.
So this
Oh.
album was actually printed in '67.
Yeah, that's when it came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another 67.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
Powerball, people.
Holy
Powerball.
creepy.
There was a time where like Sergeant Pepper and Headquarters were the number one and number two, like
Is that right? I would have never guessed that.
for a huge period of time, like
I
know.
I could tell you every song on that Sergeant Pepper.
like a half a
album.
year.
Wow.
Do you guys
Oh,
like have
hey,
an album that
These
you
guys
know
didn't
every
get to
song?
see what I got today. Today.
2 days.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Brand
That's
new.
cool.
Wow.
Well, it's a remake, so it's brand new, like for now.
Original what year?
So did that remaster just get released?
Pardon?
Did that remastering just get released in coordination with the movie?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was remastered by Giles Martin.
Yeah, he's
Because I
done
know we were
work
talking
on-
before, and I told you guys that Prince, and I went to go double check. There's going to be something released this year about movies that are not movies, songs that were in his, I guess archives or whatever.
His buddy, what's his name? Miles, was it?
Mhm.
He was in the band. They're doing a show, a tribute show to him in Indiana somewhere.
Prince?
Yeah.
His band is they're doing a tribute to him.
Who's
Oh,
that?
wow.
Miles something, or what was his name? He's the one that had the glasses and wore the Armani suit on stage.
For what are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
Prince and the Revolution.
Oh, I don't even know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. I mean,
He was one
I'm
of
not
the
into
Revolution
Prince.
bandmates.
As Tracy would say, I didn't get that memo.
I haven't gotten any memos, man.
But
Oh, wait,
it was
'cause I-
Miles or something
no.
like that. Whatever.
What was his name?
You're right.
I can't think of the name.
It's plastered all over Facebook.
I
don't know.
haven't seen it.
Well, anyway, yeah. So I keep telling you guys, and Dan, if you're like into your guitar and you're like, you really need to check out the one that Prince does at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Have you heard it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, I
Oh my
haven't.
God.
Yeah, that was
Prince was
incredible.
a really good guitar player.
Just
Oh,
an
this is like
amazing
beyond.
musician, just everything. Just
What is it? What was the song when my guitar cries or whatever?
yeah,
My
well,
guitar
that-
gently weeps.
Yeah,
Gently weeps. It's the same thing.
yeah.
No, it isn't. Read the lyrics.
I know.
The same thing.
Yeah.
What
That's
the-
like the old
I
part of
think
me.
it
The
was
kids
called
that
"Why
play
My
this.
Guitar Drains Water Out of Its Eyes."
Oh man, you're butchering it.
How my guitar
Oh,
strings.
dear.
Oh, I get here. Here's to your.
How my guitars
Sorry,
Oh,
you.
strings a
God.
leak. Squirt, squirt,
It's like
squirt.
really, really good. But anyway, all kidding aside, see, that's how I hack up things. My kids get so like embarrassed and pissed off. They're like, "Wow, you just have no idea."
Oh, it's like the song by ELO, "Wrapped Up Like a Douche."
Oh, yeah, yeah.
What the
Douche.
hell? I try to picture that in my head, and I just can't. Nothing. There's nothing.
I mean, there's classic songs.
How do you get wrapped
throughout
up
the
like
Can't
years.
help it,
douche?
he's got a speech impediment.
There's songs like that throughout the years. Like if you ask people what the words were, and they've been singing it wrong all their life.
Oh,
Yeah,
rock,
like that
rock
song.
yeah.
the cash bar. You know?
Like that song,
Yeah.
Big Old Jet Ate a Rhino.
Yeah.
I love that song.
What's the one with
How about-
Phil
how about-
Collins, and you think he's saying
What was-
"Hold On," but he's saying "Oh Lord,"
What one?
huh?
What
I
song?
can feel it in the air tonight.
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they're saying "Hold On," but they're saying "Oh Lord."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's tricky.
The other one is rock the cash bar.
Who
Yeah.
hasn't rocked the cash bar, really?
Oh man, I got
Don't you
stories.
think the same thing with Bohemian Rhapsody? Like not
Which
even
verse?
knowing some of the words?
If you don't know all the words to that, then you're not human.
No, you do, but I'm saying some of the words that you didn't realize when you were younger, what the words
Well,
meant.
Now you bring that up. Let's go to Eddie Vedder, and there's still words I don't know what he's saying on
I
some
don't,
of the songs.
I don't think he knows what he's saying.
Yeah, it's like. Wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but some of the best mumbling you ever heard.
Talk about
Damn
not
right.
getting the memo.
Yeah. Oh, really?
a
You
lot of
don't?
rebels
You're
out
not
there.
into
Oh.
I like that band. I like the
Really?
whole grunge. I liked
Oh.
all the grunge.
Oh yeah.
I'm a
I'll
grungy
tell you,
guy.
as
That's
soon
why.
as Cobain was dead, it was over.
Well, have you heard?
Oh, I don't know about that. I love
one where
Alice in
Chris
Chains and
Chris Cornell did live from Switzerland, and it was all acoustic.
Stone
heard that
Temple
album?
Pilots.
That is a really, really good album.
Do you like the Foo Fighters?
I like the Foo
Yes.
Fighters.
Yeah.
You know they're coming out with a movie soon. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about
Isn't it a
it's
haunted
about-
movie? Or
yes, it's about their
I
band.
saw the previews of that.
It's
something
looks
six-
really good.
Something 6,000 or 666 or
Yeah, exactly.
some hotel or
So they go into this house to record an album, sort of like
yeah.
sort of like Zeppelin.
And it's haunted.
Yeah, and it turns out that it's a haunted house, and Dave Grohl gets what do you call that when the spirit goes into you?
Exorcised.
No, the opposite of that.
Possessed.
He gets possessed by the demons. So they're trying to do this album with him being possessed. It looks really, really good.
I gotta watch it.
I mean, what's going to spoil the movie a little bit is because the drummer died.
Yeah.
I mean, in real life.
Yeah. That sucked.
Yeah.
Did they ever find out if it was drugs or not?
I was about to ask if
I
anybody.
think
ever
it had
figured that
something
out.
to do with it.
I
mean,
hope,
they were in Colombia.
I hope not, but you never know.
That's the first thing that popped into my mind, though.
I know.
They're in Colombia. I mean, whoa.
Was it accidental?
I don't know. I
I'm
know
sure
he
it
was
would have
only
been
50.
accidental, but either way.
He was only 50 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
But anyways, when it comes out, check it out. It looks like it's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Did you see any of those bands live?
I haven't seen any of the grunge bands live.
Yeah, neither. I never did either.
And my sister Amy, you know, she loved Eddie Vedder, and her and Kimmy went and seen him. I think it was '98.
Hey, what movie brought that grunge to life? Like a lot of people got into it because of this movie.
Oh,
See if you guys remember. It's a really good movie.
Even if I remember, I won't know the title properly.
Well, tell me the characters and that'll be close enough.
the eyes are crying.
No.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
I'm not really. I just
At least
had
I
to
don't
say
put
it.
a cock to my mouth.
Whoa!
What did you know?
Judy,
That may
the big
require
cock.
a minute.
I know.
All right, you guys give up?
Yes.
Singles. The movie Singles
Oh, okay.
Jingles?
with Matt Dillon and
Single. I don't remember.
oh, it's awesome. It's got a great soundtrack.
I was gonna say it's probably got a great soundtrack.
It does. And it's all grunge. Cuz they're actually living in Seattle.
Huh.
And they're living in this apartment complex with singles. That's why it's called Singles.
I would have never guessed that.
Let me tell you the cast.
What
of it.
year?
I'm going to tell you. Hold on.
Probably 91.
Is that when grunge started, Trace?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Early 90s.
And wasn't it just because everybody wore flannels? Isn't that why it got the name grunge? Or
Yeah, it was kind of like it was sort of like a response to all the hair metal. All the
like a
hair
dress
metal.
code, right?
It was
Yeah,
getting
like-
back more to like grungy rock and roll, like rock and roll
Yeah.
should be, not the
Yeah.
hair bands.
Yeah, and nothing progressive, no prog rock, no hair band.
Right. 92. 92.
92.
it came out.
And it's called Singles?
Yeah.
All right.
So
Netflix
it was,
or no?
It was written by Cameron Crowe,
That was the last year I was single.
Bridget Fonda, awesome, Matt Dillon, Kyra Sedgwick, Eddie Vedder, actually had
Oh,
a
so
part in
Eddie
it.
Vedder actually had a role in it.
Yeah, Chris Cornell, Eric
Wow.
Stoltz,
Oh, okay. They must have had speaking parts.
Bill Pullman, Jeremy Piven.
Wow.
But it's a really, really good movie.
Hmm.
It's
I
under
have a list.
romance. It's under romance comedy.
And it's
I don't
a
remember
historic
much of the
document.
90s.
92.
That's kind of scary.
You don't remember a bunch of the. I have really bad.
It was like a 10-year blackout, I guess.
That's why I was willing to consider it recent.
What's
until I
that?
Decided to.
The 90s, yeah, you decided it wasn't current
It was a
anymore.
unilateral decision.
I know he poo-pooed the whole 90s thing.
Yeah. Well, it's not really recent. It's like
Yeah.
40 years ago, almost.
Yeah. It kind of feels recent, but it's really not.
Recent is like yesterday now, with our ages.
Oh boy.
Well, what'd you have for breakfast yesterday?
Can't.
Don't have a clue.
Well, if I had been on set, it
Oh, you
been
would have
lox and
known, yeah.
bagels.
They feed you good on that, huh?
Yeah.
Do you have to pay for that or no?
No, that's included.
That's all part of the gig, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Part
is.
of the perks.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty nice.
And you don't mind standing in line for it because you know.
No.
Good.
Depending on the budget, it could be like a cold sandwich or a really nice meal.
Yeah,
Roach
you know,
coach, yeah.
usually like it seems like the movies that I've worked on have been pretty bad. Like the Trial of the Chicago 7, they kept feeding us the same boxed lunch, you know, at the goofiest hours. At one time we were like at midnight. Okay, here's your lunch.
Yeah, there were a lot of night scenes in that
I'm
movie.
like falling asleep trying to eat a sandwich, you know. Yeah, there was a lot of night, there was a lot of
Yeah.
filming.
I did not see that movie.
Check
My
it out. It's
husband
really
does
cool.
not
Which
like
Yeah,
it.
what's it called?
Oh yeah, that's
The
good.
Trial of the Chicago 7. It's got a
I
really
saw it.
strong ensemble cast.
gonna
Sasha
have to
Baron
watch it.
Cohen as Abby Hoffman.
That's one I really did see, and I
Netflix,
really
right?
liked.
Isn't it on Netflix?
Yeah, they ended
That's
up
really good.
releasing it. It was
Hey,
supposed to be on.
In Forrest
Paramount.
Gump, was that Abby Hoffman in the movie?
No, I think
Playing
he was already
himself?
dead.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you watch the Chicago 7 movie and you see Abby Hoffman, the character, it
Yeah.
makes you really want to know him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? His character seems so likable and interesting that it's like, I wonder whatever happened to him. And then I don't want to say what happened to him.
Yeah,
but
right.
He seemed like he was a really good guy.
Yeah. Now Marty would refuse to watch the Chicago 7
Why is that?
because he lived it.
Well, I did too.
Well, I mean, him and his family were in a car and they turned it up over on the side.
Oh, well, I didn't live that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, he lived in Chicago. He lived in the city.
I do remember all the protests in that though.
Yeah, he's like,
It was my
can't
uncle's
see.
rookie year on the force too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He
Wow.
funny, my Uncle Jim.
I bet he's got some stories.
Well, he's
Yeah.
dead now, but he had his original ticket book. We found it after he died.
Oh, wow.
Down in Sebring. He only wrote one ticket
Chicago 7.
in his whole 30 years on the force, 31 years.
No kidding.
Yes.
Chicago.
He was narcotics and vice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He died with 6 bullets in him.
Oh, boy.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not how he passed.
Now, this is
though,
a
is it?
silly question. Do you mean he was shot to death or throughout?
No,
the
no,
life?
those were from previous
Okay.
shootouts
Oh.
and
Wow.
whatnot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy
It's
cow.
amazing how you
He
can
walked in
survive
on a
gunshot wound.
on a drug bust, and he's got a whole scrapbook down in Florida.
Hmm.
But they killed his partner, and I remember going to see him in the intensive care, and they cut him from his lower belly up into his rib cage, and then they tried to cut his tongue out.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
he was in intensive care for about 2 months.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
But they said if he didn't weigh over 300 pounds, he would have bled to death.
So he was in Chicago?
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
So that's on Netflix. So you can watch it, Rick.
Okay,
The Chicago
It
7.
is a good movie.
all right, I'm gonna watch
Really
it.
good.
I'll probably watch it tonight.
Do you know who Sasha Baron Cohen is?
Yeah, he's Borat.
Borat, yes. But when you see him in this movie, you'll forget who that is.
Yep.
Really?
His character's
This-
so
This
good.
character is more
He
powerful.
plays
than
he
that.
plays Abby Hoffman.
What'd you think of his accent?
in the Chicago 7.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
He plays Abby Hoffman, right?
It was. I
Yes,
thought he did
yes.
good with it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna watch it
it's
later.
hard. It's hard to watch some of these guys that aren't from Chicago do Chicago accents.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
Because some
I
of them are
completely agree.
overdoing it, and they sound like me.
You can't you can tell when people are from Chicago.
Hey,
Yeah.
what are you talking
Chicago.
about? I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah, it's like, well, just words,
Case in points.
F-bombs. I mean, everybody from Chicago uses
Them
it.
too. I should be like a consultant on these shows. Or Dan, you should really consult.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
know.
good. You'd be awesome.
I'm a man of few words.
But they
I'm
all
from-
sound
from-
so
I'm from
Chicago.
Chicago.
Very Chicago.
Chicago, Chicago, Chicago.
Well, how you say 3, you know?
Tree Dems.
How do you say what?
3.
3 of those.
3.
Or how
So
about
do you say living room or?
Front room.
see?
Yeah,
I
that's
I don't
it's
know
the
where that
front room.
comes from at
The
all.
front room?
Front
The
room,
front room.
not French room. I've never in my life heard that term.
It's the
Don't
front
you know
room.
the front room?
Exactly.
That's
It's
what we
front.
used to say when we were kids. Yeah.
Yeah, it was always
What,
the
Well,
front.
front
that was
or
the kid with the
French?
lisp.
Front.
There was always
Oh,
one
really?
kid in
Okay.
the crowd with a lisp.
You know,
Yeah, I don't know
You get-
why.
you watch TV in the front room.
Yeah.
Tracy's
Well,
right.
is it-
That
is it-
lazy talk.
Is it soda
Yeah.
or pop?
Soda.
No, it's
Pop.
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 Hey Ma, you got any pop?
We used
pop.
to say soda.
And then she'd
Well,
have
you're from Bedford
Canfields
Park.
and be like,
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey,
It's like,
ain't you got the good pop?
I had
Ma?
a friend that was in Missouri, and I went there, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want some pop and whatever,
Oh,
and
they
they're
don't know
like,
what you're
oh,
talking
you mean soda, and you want to put it in a sack? I'm like, no, a bag.
Oh, yeah.
A sack.
A sack. Yeah.
I got a
And then-
stack for
And
you.
they would freak
I'm
out when
sure.
you say things like, you want to go with?
And that's when the fight started.
And then
Right.
the Missouri people would say, with what? No,
Yeah.
go with.
Yeah.
Don't you want to go with?
So
Yeah.
I was in London right after
Yeah.
9/11, and
Nice.
we went to a Chinese restaurant. It was about 9
Called
o'clock
Leho
at night.
Fox?
What, pardon?
Called Leho Fox?
Something like that. But it was right down in downtown London where you see the, when you see the videos of it, they got all the signs flashing and all that. It was in
Uh-huh.
that downtown area. But for some reason, the shit closed down really early there. It was about 9 o'clock. And we went to a Chinese restaurant because that was the only thing that was open. So we ordered some egg rolls, and because they had a limited menu because they were closing down. So I ordered a pop, and I got in this big argument because they wouldn't sell me a pop because it's too late.
Oh,
Huh?
weird. That's
It was
weird.
too late
Different
to buy a
meaning.
pop.
That's kind of weird.
And I said, what are you talking about? I said, I just want a pop. Well, no, it has alcohol. I said, no, a pop. And and it turns out that in over in Europe, there's liquor called pop. They call it soda. But what makes it really funny was we couldn't eat there. We had to take it with us.
Take out.
But they didn't have any cups to take stuff out. They were going to put my soda in a bowl.
Trying to get like a dog. Oh my gosh.
Did you start screaming winker?
Yeah, so anyways, I got a good story out of it.
That's
Oh my
bad.
gosh.
But yeah, if you're ever there, don't order a pop unless it's before like 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is weird.
Didn't have that issue. It's hard to believe 5 years ago tonight, this morning, technically it's now the anniversary. 5 years ago on this day, I ran and finished my fastest marathon in London.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yep, today's the anniversary.
That's great.
That's
It is
26 miles in.
Yeah,
Man.
actually, I ran a total of 27.09 because when you run a marathon, you don't run what's called a perfect tangent. So you always have an extraneous amount of distance associated with the marathon. And in London, the streets are all forever winding.
Huh.
And as I was
Such
running
as
it,
the song, The Long and Winding Road.
yeah. And, inevitably more distance.
Wow.
So you weren't running through
Oh.
people's front rooms and kitchens?
Oh, I don't think there's
Shortcut?
any front rooms.
That's only in
London.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I would imagine they call it, the Pala,
My niece just got done running the Boston Marathon.
Oh, wow.
It was yesterday?
Whenever
On
it
Monday.
was, I just seen a
On Monday.
I just seen a post that she put up.
Would I know her?
I don't know.
What is her name? First name?
Her last name before she got married is Harris. Samantha, her name is.
Huh.
But yeah, she's
That name doesn't sound familiar.
yeah, she's gonna be younger. She's my niece, so she's definitely gonna be, considerably younger than you.
Well, I had an uncle
I
that
have
was
a
6
young
months older
friend
than
who
me.
ran it.
Just recently?
Yeah. So.
Maybe he knows her then. There can't
Yeah.
be, there's
I know a
thousands
lot
of
of
people that
runners.
run it, right? How many people run a Boston Marathon?
Tracy, have you ever ran with Tony?
Yeah, you know what? I went to Cincinnati in 2016, and him and I got together, and we actually did we did a little bit of running together.
That's cool.
In the Hyde Park neighborhood. That was really cool. It was a hot day though. It's like hot afternoon. It's like the worst time to run, but that was the time that he was available. And I'll never forget getting into his Mustang, and then he puts on the gloves. And it's like
He transforms.
It's like kind of like
Racer X.
It was like a Dr. Evil moment. It was just like, come inside, and it was just like, and right away, it's the whole treatment.
That's cool.
The speed, the whole, he's like a mad scientist. It's wild. It's like really wild.
Was he playing?
He was a valedictorian in our class.
Yeah.
Was he playing Radar Love on the radio?
No. What
That's
we
a
did,
great-
we actually drove in Cincinnati. There are marathons called the Flying Pig, and that race is really popular. And he basically drove the marathon course. We just kind of drove around town, and we did all of the streets associated with the marathon. It was really cool.
Very cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That was awesome.
Like a dry run, only faster.
Yeah. It's just like, seeing it at high speed, more or less.
Huh.
But putting the gloves on, that was, wow. That was really
cool.
something. So Samantha Harris is her name?
Here, right here.
Oh, wow. Okay. I got a bib number. Interesting. Does she live in Chicago?
She lives in suburbs. She's
Okay.
from Bridgeview.
Wow, that's so cool.
All right, it's getting.
And she's got
I
little
gotta-
ones.
I gotta go
Yeah.
watch a movie and eat.
Oh,
How's your neck
found
doesn't
her.
look good.
Oh, my neck is killing me.
I know, I could tell.
All right, we're wrapping it up.
We're wrapping it up.
We're wrapping.
Yeah,
I was surprised we stayed on this long because I know you guys have to work tomorrow.
I
Well,
know.
I
No.
don't.
I don't have to work till 10.
I don't have to work until 2.
I can sleep until
Oh, really?
4.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, that was a good show. I thought.
Yeah, it was.
Good show.
Hey, if you
Yep.
guys,
Always a pleasure, guys.
if you guys watch the beginning of it, you're gonna see a lot of stuff about the Oakland Tornado.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We talked about that at the beginning, and I played like about a 10-minute. It's a regular WGN from 1967 newscast about the tornado.
Oh, wow, that's
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Pretty awesome. So then I showed some pictures and stuff.
Yeah, definitely want to check that out.
Yeah.
So
And
all
that
right,
was
guys.
that was an F4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Hey,
everyone.
Gina.
Good night, good night, good night.
Thanks for coming
Good
on,
night.
everyone. You guys
Have a great weekend,
awesome.
everybody.
Dan, have a safe trip.
All right.
Safe travels.
Yeah.
Talk
See you
to you
guys
guys.
next week.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Fade to black.
Mhm.